Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and most likely a mimic or two. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's buckle up and open a back window, because it's time to start the adventure. They didn't have any tall drinks at Drink Coffee because I'm the tall drink. Oh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus.
5'10", shut up.
The most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your illustrious DM, Calvin Piper, and these are all of our players. Say hi, players.
Hi, players.
Oh, stupid gosh. I was really hoping someone would just take initiative and start talking.
So, does someone get inspiration if they didn't make the stupid joke? Because it was me.
I think you still have inspiration from last time.
I think you started that stupid joke, so, you know.
We're going to use one.
Hey, everybody. This is Drew. I play Zeph, the Draconian Warlock.
And I'm Liz. I play Oshana, the Tiefling Bard.
I am Michelle, and I play Kenneth Quinn, the Human Ranger.
I am Will Moon. I'm playing Outermere, the Leonin Blood Hunter.
Hello guys, it's Preston and I'm playing Lucius Kane, the Azamar Warlock.
Matt, TBD, Monk.
Efficient.
Will Sun, and I play the Lizard Folk Artificer.
Wow, that's second time's a charm, guys. I love it.
I don't like
okay.
I don't
Wilson?
like where he shoots.
That was the first
No,
time.
he's Will Moon, I'm Will Sun. Sun's bigger.
Will Moon Wilson. S-U-N.
6 guineas.
I have nothing else to do. Let's roll credits!
Yes!
So, last time we were all together, this band of adventurers had successfully rid the Copper Cove of a small bandit group known as the Pickertons, who were trying to make a name for themselves and had unsuccessfully attempted a raid on a ship that went terribly, terribly wrong. You guys were able to dismantle that group pretty rapidly and also figure out who was responsible for hiring them to make this attempt.
Less rapidly, I should say.
At a pace. After achieving this goal, you guys began to float off into your separate lives for the next few days, beginning to learn and grow in your own stories, as it were, before an unexpected message reached you all simultaneously, calling you all to meet at a local inn to receive a new job for the lot of you. The employer of one of your party members, someone known as Gaelwyn Tolliver, is now employing this party to go and investigate a grain mill that has stopped production for the last 3 days. She says if you successfully do it, you can earn a bit of coin, a bit of reputation, and some possible jobs in the future. Just dump them all. You're like trying to open a bag of chips. It's so hard. So difficult.
Freaking 17 dice in my hand.
So bad. Oh my gosh.
I need
Incredible.
I got you, buddy. You're good. Keep going. I picked him up wider than I put him down.
Yeah, that's fair. But, nevertheless, that is where you guys are now. You have been given the job, you have left the tavern, and your course is set for
Northwood outside of town.
the northern farms outside of the Copper
It's
Cove.
not even, it's not called anything specifically, it's just called, like, Northern.
Yeah.
North, okay.
Doesn't really have... It is still a Copper Cove, but it is the farmland. It would be the farmland. It's not really a district of any kind.
That's cool.
But yeah, with all of your information, you guys are allowed to head out there. It's going to take about a half a day's ride out to the farmlands to get out of the city itself and into the open grasslands. If there's anything you'd like to do on the trip, if not, we can just kind of fast forward through that time.
I think the only thing I'd like to work on is, in those SWAT videos, how lead man kind of, the person behind him's kind of got like a hand on the shoulder, and that's how they kind of guide. I'd like to work a little bit with Pothole on that, because he's kind of like my mobile shield. So, just working together, figuring things out.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
I have a herbalism kit. Mm-hmm. Am I proficient in it? It's in my proficiencies in languages stuff.
Okay.
Could I possibly spend some money to get some supplies for 25 gold to spend to make healing potions?
Sure.
So I would like to spend 50 gold for 2 or something.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe, if my memory serves, to try to figure out where all of that stuff is now.
Well, I got paid from last job. Oh. That you're part of, I think. No, you weren't.
You should have gotten money.
Wait, yeah. I think
we helped money for
Yeah, I had 100.
25 gold pieces will for a healing potion. It does cost 1 day of crafting, so it will take...
Can I do it
You can start on it.
start on it, so next time we have free time I'll finish it.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So you can start working on that. No problem at all.
I spent 50, so I have 2.
You have 2 of them, yep. You have enough to make 2 of them. Okay. Anybody else?
Arimer should have that gold from that.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Take 100.
Oh, what?
Give it to
Bro.
Yeah, you did.
I think we already got it from last time, because everyone's total's 100, right? Okay.
Hold on, I had no money at all.
100.
I have 100. Yep.
Yeah, as a as we give you your bag of
job.
coins, I kind of we kind of felt like you were part of getting us into this mess, not so much getting us out. But we wouldn't have had a job if it weren't for you. So we figured, all's fair.
Whoa, what the hell, man?
But if you don't want it,
Yeah, no, I'm not being passive aggressive. It's just, sorry, it's just a fact. I don't know.
I mean, here's another fact. You're annoying.
I'll take 25 pieces out of the bag and then give you the rest of the bag.
Oh, you get it.
All right, well, kind of got a group coffer going. I guess I'm in charge of that. Is everyone okay with?
5 gold. Wait.
It's 75 gold, but if you guys would like, I can be the group money bag.
You
if
dropped
you'd like.
75 or 25?
75.
going once, going twice, sold, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I need to get
I
a
mean,
pouch
I
of
personally
holding.
would like to go ahead and just take mine, if that's...
Yeah, you already have yours.
Yeah, no, we already
This
divvied
is
all
just-
of ours out. This was me giving him
I
his.
know. I think I'd like to take my portion.
So how much is it per everyone?
Everyone got 100.
Yeah,
we
you
gave
dropped
him his
75.
100.
Divide by 5, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, we each got 100,
Yeah,
right?
everyone got 100.
Yeah.
Yes,
but,
and then so he took 25 out of it and
He took
gave me
75
7.
out.
75 divided by 6.
I took 75 and gave 75 to you.
yeah. Okay.
So I
Up
got
to all of us,
100.
to
I
disperse.
take 25.
So, less than...
Yes, so
less than
there's
12?
75 in the group coffer, which is covering expenses as far as going to
Okay,
taverns and stuff like that. Unless you guys would rather divvy it up and we all still just do our own thing.
I just want to play.
I'm kind of okay with being the room mom.
Mom?
Don't really have a lot of greed in my bones, contrary to popular scale belief.
So, where's this mill?
It's north.
Yeah.
Astute observation.
As you guys are heading north outside of the city after about 3.5, maybe 4 hours of travel, you guys begin to see that the Copper Cove and its kind of low 2-story kind of long warehouse buildings slowly gives way to more flat, basically. Lots of grass, rolling hills, kind of like Kansas in midsummer where it's slightly brown, but still green for the most part. But it is just rolling grasslands everywhere you see. Not a lot of trees. Sporadically here and there you'll see some smaller buildings with trees kind of populating around them. But those grasslands soon give way to flatter surfaces, flatter terrain that is now vast, almost oceans of crops of various kinds, shapes, and sizes. Tall ones with these purplish leaves that kind of like spiral as they sprout from these stalks. Lower fields full of like these brown, kind of like branchy produce that's so kind of like jumbled together, almost looks like a brown fog that kind of covers the ground just with the strangeness of it. Protruding from most of these fields, every so often you can see these tall silos, giant constructs, maybe 150, 200 feet up into the sky with these large bladed fans that slowly rotate with the wind that kind of kicks through here perpetually. All of them kind of shining almost blindingly with this brass kind of overlay to all of them, giving off this very shiny visual, if you will. As you guys continue to move further north, eventually the road leads to this small town, almost kind of western street front in style. Most of the buildings are kind of lining the road, maybe a dozen or so buildings, with a few kind of branching off to a side road, looking more like housing with kind of like a larger 2 to 3 story design, several different, it looks like residencies in there. They're all maybe a half-mile walk from a very large building. Towering silo, bigger than any of the other ones, with a smaller building kind of attached to it. It seems to have 2 wheels kind of protruding from the outside of it that look that they would be spinning with like a water system, and a large bladed fan up at the very top. You've seen 2 others of these off in the distance, maybe to the northwest and straight north. They look like they were moving just because of their sheer size and the fact that the land itself is flat. This building, nestled kind of near this town area, is not moving at all. But yeah, that is what you guys see as you approach this town, I guess.
Is there any like people immediately around, or is it just like a ghost
yeah, without having to make any kind of check, you can see that there is definitely a bunch of people out in the immediate fields, maybe 60 to 100 yards from the road itself, kind of out in the fields, all working with some hand tools, it seems like. There seems to be a few smaller machines kind of moving in through there. One machine that you do notice kind of set off maybe 100 to 150 yards out into the field is this large kind of low rectangular machine that is slowly moving. You can tell because it's like it's kind of moving across the horizon. It has these 4 like towers that are kind of set into it, maybe 60 feet up into the air, and it's billowing this kind of whitish smoke just up into the air perpetually.
Out of the towers?
Out of the top of the cones. If anybody would like to make a nature check.
I'm proficient in nature.
Actually, no, you should go.
Yeah, if you're proficient, you can get
19 plus 6.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what these machines are, but you can recognize what they're doing. It's generating localized rain. And you can see following behind it, it curls up into the air, and eventually these like little rain clouds begin to drop water for maybe 10 or 15 minutes into like the fields around them. So
I stop and take notes of that. Be interested in what that is and what it does.
Absolutely. But yeah, you can see, and there are people that seem to be in the town itself, kind of working about, doing stuff. Seems to be a few individuals up on a roof, kind of putting more wooden shingles on it. There seems to be a couple people working on one of the walls of one of them, putting more wood on it. There seems to be a couple individuals walking with a horse and cart, kind of putting more gravel on the road that leads to the larger building that seems to be dark and unmoving. And most of the individuals that you can see are beginning to make their way. At this point, it's a little after lunch, so there's not a lot of people out here, but the ones you do see are all kind of hanging around the tallest facade of this place. There are a couple of like street facades. The tallest one you can see looks to be very much like a Western inn with like the swinging doors and like a lot of sounds and music coming from in there. There seems to be a few people making their way in and out, either getting a late lunch or, coming in before their shift at some point in the day. But
Calvin, can I investigate that darker building?
Yeah, it's about a half mile's walk from there. If you want to, like, you guys could certainly go towards it, but if you wanted to stop in town and do anything, collect anything, or gather information, you could definitely do that too.
I think we should definitely talk to these people. Like it's best to get a common
Well, we should ask why it's not working for sure.
Yeah, instead of going straight to the big building where I can't see anyone.
I'd say probably talk to the closest labourer to us to,
Yeah. Who's the unlucky guy?
to BD.
Yep.
You're a friendly looking chap.
So they say.
Would you mind, inquiring?
Sure.
You got it, kid.
What do you want me to ask again?
Oh shit, that's a good question.
Ask why the mill is not running.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot why we were here.
Just
Yeah, that is
anyone?
why we're here.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty.
It is quite nice.
All these machines and stuff.
So I go up to the closest person
Okay.
or creature, whatever.
There seems to be a gentleman who seems to be carrying 2 pails of some sort of like black tar material, who has set them down next to a small water pump and has like pumped some water and is putting on a handkerchief before putting it on the back of their neck. Bigger than normal, with kind of like a grayish tone to their skin. You can definitely see ears that kind of go into a little bit of a point, but are mostly human. Short, buzzed hair with one tooth that's kind of protruding up from the bottom lip. But he's wearing kind of like a leather vest and work pants. But yeah, as you kind of walk over, he finishes petting and turns and looks at you. G'day.
Hi. Hi, sir. My name is... I don't have a name right now, but me and my friends over there were wondering, why the mill? Right?
I know.
Put up like thumbs up.
Why the mill isn't working? If you know, by chance, sir.
How'd you hear about the mill not working?
I'll stroll up. I'll stroll up and along with them. Well,
I don't understand how this all works, but
word travels. So we had just
I
heard.
mean, what we saw that it's not spinning. Like those over there.
And word travels.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, good. I'm really good at that. Oh, 18.
Nice.
18. He kind of looks, finishes patting the water on his neck, and kind of looks at all of you. Definitely not the working folk that he's used to seeing.
I mean, I look pretty rough and ready.
Yeah.
I look rough.
He just looks rough.
You look.
You good?
Liz, does your power go out?
Nope. I was hungry. I had snacks.
Fair enough.
In your phone, just like.
hate the light. Yeah.
That's why it went dark. I was like, "What are we?"
She just watched the Two Towers and she's learned how to eat like Gollum.
We
I guess
witnessed
so.
Liz being murdered. This is so
Anyhow,
weird.
The gentleman kind of looks at you and. Right. Oh. If you're looking for information on the mills, I'd suggest you speak to Ryder. And he nods to the bigger building. He know a thing or two about it, but
All right, what does he look like? Who am I looking for?
Ryder's the barkeep.
It makes
Easy
sense.
enough to find.
How do you spell Ryder?
R-Y-D-E-R.
I knew
He
it.
was a
Son
wise
of
son
a
of a
gun.
bitch. Real quick before we leave, what is it usually that Ryder rides? Just make small talk with him? Like, is it
He's the barkeep.
rides the bar? Write it down. He rides the bar. Moving on.
Right.
Well, thanks for your information.
Sure.
Take it easy.
I'm gonna pull TBD aside and just coach him on
How to human.
how to human. Yeah.
From a lizard man?
So you're gonna want to say something like, nice weather we're having or something. Or if it's bad weather, then you say, bad weather we're having. Or I like your shoes. Or how was your holiday?
As he's giving this
Or
great, like,
your
advice.
wife looks really nice today.
How does this guy like look to like like he looked kind of skeptic, like we asked him.
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
That's what I want to do, baby. Hi-cha. Oh, that's 18 plus 3, 21.
21.
Sure.
He definitely seemed, I guess, caught off guard that a bunch of
Random people.
definitely out of place people are just coming up being like, hey, why is your mill not working? You kind of get the sense that, well, actually, you wouldn't really know. But it seems like a lot of people that you've met around here definitely aren't the most forthcoming for one reason or another.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, I think this is gonna compromise something. So I go up to him and I'm like, here for your trouble, and I give him like a gold, put it in his hand.
He looks down at his palm and looks back up at you.
It's like, hey, don't tell anyone that we asked you these questions.
Closes it in his hand.
Or else, okay.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just saying, or something else would happen.
I mean, it
Every
depends on how he
warlock
feels
is
about it.
agnostos to some degree or another. So, I know.
Do I need to roll intimidation?
He
Okay,
didn't
cool.
feel threatened.
All right, cool. I'm like,
He kind of nods to you.
you're doing great, man. And I walk
Right.
away.
I'm gonna patch this over with this guy real quick. Here's more money than you've ever seen in your life. You never saw us, or else. Fuck! There's 3 bad things!
He just leaves town. He just
Never see him again.
Hey, I took care of the problem,
just
guys.
walks away from the cart. Just
Hey, like once we get a little bit of distance, I will be like, Lucius, you can't be giving out money like that to people. First of all,
Well, no, but he helped us, so we.
yeah,
we
but
gotta
that's
compensate
too
him.
damn much. You can give
Yeah,
them maybe
but
a
all these
copper
people are
or
working-
silver. You don't need to give them that much. Listen, how about I walk in your house and pay you a month's wages? That'd be a little weird.
Hell yeah, that's pretty cool.
You can't do
That's pretty cool, man.
Listen,
That's
you make
sweet.
us look 10 times weirder than you already do.
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying, blink.
When we get back to town, remind me to give you the scroll when helping hurts.
Makes my heart happy.
Glyph and Zeph, go ahead and make intelligence checks for me.
Right? Highly intelligent. 9.
15.
Yeah, that's fine.
24. It's 24. You say
Yeah, it's
combined intelligence, right?
combined intelligence. No, I'm giving it to you guys because you guys would be the ones that would know this, being your background. Zeph, you would know that one of the things that Gale and Tolliver did tell you was to go under the pretense of being sent by House Tolliver. So if anybody is to question why you're here, you would remember that it's because she said it's this house. So and you would know.
We got a brooch.
Yeah,
Remember,
you guys.
we got one.
You guys would know that. You two would know more than anything else that many people around here are definitely not fans of the houses, but will not.
They will have to respect them.
They're not fans of them, but they
won't go against.
They won't go against.
So
them. Yes.
basically, like, as we're talking about how that was the worst conversation we could have had with someone, like, I'm like, hold on, I've got a badge.
Right. Well, you two weren't in that conversation, so you definitely.
Okay.
Had you guys come up, I would have stopped it earlier, but they were doing it, and I didn't want to give them like, oh, you guys remember that, but you two would, given your the way you are built. You guys would remember, like, oh yeah, we definitely are under, like...
Yeah.
Okay,
so yeah,
I still have my...
Yeah, you definitely still have the badge
Well, maybe
on
you should
you.
speak up next
but
time, big feller.
The 3 people that didn't have any of that decided to run
what's
that
the problem
conversation.
with that fella? He's always lying.
Whoa. Do you want me to try again next time?
You're doing great. I think practice makes perfect.
We'll just take it as it goes. You know, like, if it looks like a
All right.
safe situation.
Hey, have you been to a bar before? Have we taken this kid to the bar yet?
I don't think that we're technically allowed to answer that. Usually we just get him some milk, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, I was just curious because we gotta go to the bar.
Did you say milk?
Yeah, just some milk, you know.
Are you saying milk?
Yeah, from a cow, some milk.
Oh, I hate that.
You mean milk?
I don't know. Are we going to have this conversation again about how you mispronounce words and then you put that that
All
on
right,
me?
kid, let's go to the bar.
As this was going on, we're just going to go ahead and get you guys into the tavern itself. The door swings open. You can see a faint, a faded sign kind of plastered above the door before you guys enter. This tavern is called the Troll's Hall.
The Troll's Hall?
Awesome name, dude.
But swinging through the front doors, you can see kind of a large open space, a few tables kind of set in. A large bar lines the back of this building with large kind of glass reflective metal that faces out, and you can immediately see reflections kind of hit in it. You can see several bottles and tinctures of all shapes and sizes lining the back up against the reflective metal. There seems to be some sort of like dark gray track that runs up and across the top of the roof here, kind of runs across maybe about 10 feet up above everybody and lines the outside, the inner wall of this entire place. There is a large, I guess, kind of table that runs across the edge of, starting from the bar and going across all of the walls. There's high seats that kind of line the entirety of it, and a small kind of maybe 1.5 foot table that kind of runs there, so people are like facing the wall and having conversations. And then there's a couple tables in the middle. Most people are playing games or having larger group conversations, but it's almost like the bar wraps the entirety of the inside of this place. But you can see standing at the bar, there is a large, kind of taller and leaner, dark, black, almost purple-skinned half-orc. His has no hair, but a large kind of band tied around their head and like tied off. Kind of like a dark red apron across their chest as they are filling drinks and setting them out. You can see these drinks set in the glasses up here, but the bottom of them is kind of this grayish blue metal, kind of almost like rounded at the bottom. And as they set it in the track behind them, you watch as it starts to vibrate and it would like run to different areas of the bar, this extended bar, where it drops down and kind of like sets in front of people. So if anybody needs a drink, instead of going to them, this bartender pours the drink, sets it up, and it just runs around. And they're setting probably 3 or 4 every minute or so. So you always see these kind of glasses just kind of rotating through the track up above you.
Fritz's, but for alcohol.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
But yeah, so you've got the bar kind of not super alive. There's maybe 8 or 10 patrons in the bar currently.
Who's the biggest guy? I'm just kidding. I don't care.
It is definitely the bartender. He is the tallest of them all. He's not like giant by any means, but he's definitely probably over 6.5 feet, you would think.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. So I just lean over to Tabidi. I'm like, all right, kid, watch this.
Okay.
And who would like to go with me to the... Yes, Zeph. Zeph and I approach the bar, as it were. No, gonna go sit down. I'll get you something, but it's not gonna be what it was last time.
Brought him back into a bar.
Pavel nods, walks over to one of the high chairs that's like
Calvin, I'd like
right
to go
here at
with
their
them.
forehead, and tries to get up.
Oh, pothole.
And kind of lays on their chest, just kind of on the seat, because it's like a little round seat, and they're just kind of laying there. Two guys who are drinking just kind of look over at him.
Can I try to right him?
Yeah, easy enough.
All right.
Make a strength check for me, actually, because he is kind of heavy.
Okay. Oh, here. Get that. Whee! That's not that one. Well, strength. Just straight strength. 10.
10's all you needed.
Perfect.
Without pushing him off the chair, you're able to help Pothole sit up on the chair and kind of set and slowly
All right,
just start
Pothole,
spinning.
listen, I ain't about the drinking, but you look like you have a real good time when you do it. I will try to order. I'll try to figure out how the ordering mechanism works, because I'm all about...
I've already reconfigured the locking mechanism because I told everyone not to give him alcohol,
don't give him
and
drinks.
I knew that no
Smart.
one would listen.
Anyhow, so Zeph and Glyph, you got Zeph and... Yes.
And her.
Ohiana wants
Ohiana's going up with him?
Yep.
Ohiana.
So the three of you begin to make your way up to the bar. You see the bartender is setting a couple more drinks on the track before letting him go up, and turns around to all of you. Good day to you. Can I help you?
Yeah. Hi.
Welcome.
How's your day?
Doing well, sir. Welcome to the Troll Hall. I am Ryder. Would you like drinks? I get you whatever you need.
Sure. Yeah. Real quick, how do we make the drinks come to us? How does that work?
Just
It's amazing.
thank you. It is. It's not my design. It is the owners of the Troll Hall. I just serve the drinks to everybody. But when you sit at the bar, there is a way for your voice to be amplified over here. And he kind of points to the bar itself, and you can see kind of running across the front of his. So the bar is kind of rounded, and it's rounding off on the backside of his bar. And it's just kind of this nice kind of stained wood. But across the backside, there's this brass kind of overlay across, maybe about 4 feet of it, and it looks like almost like a grate where there's like a bunch of tiny holes poked into it. And kind of in that moment, you can hear this kind of almost like tinny voice poking through, and like, another ale over here, and you can see over and off in the direction, you can see 2 individuals who are actually sitting next to Pothole kind of raise their hands and are just kind of talking over at their small bar, which also has a kind of a thinner kind of brass inlay across the front of it, which is again kind of like has all these holes kind of poked in it that seems to kind of, I don't know, relay the voice. And you watch as Ryder kind of nods, takes a glass, pours it, sits on the track, and again, just, and it rolls over and heads on down and grab it. And
Now that is ingenious.
I like that. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. We need 6 ales, 1 milk, and a half and half, please. Also, a little bit of information, if you would. And I'd put like a gold and the badge on the bar top. And
he
then
takes both of them.
Then just point over to Ohiana.
Sets the badge back down, nods to you, puts the gold in his apron, and quickly begins to set up the drinks and kind of sets them in front of you, unless you want to direct them to where they want to go.
No, I'm going to take them over there. Okay. I was about to say send them. I was like, no, because then Pothole would get 6 ales.
Yep. Just open up and just kind of position them over there.
Pothole, you've got a problem.
Breaks his way out.
As he's setting them all up and pouring the drinks, he kind of looks over. What information can I provide you?
We were curious about the mill that was not working. Can you tell what happened?
The Tolliver Mill.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it about 3 days ago it stopped working. We do not know why. It happened overnight. We don't work overnight in the mills. Most of the workers come during the day and leave at sunset. But overnight it seemed like something happened. The lights that run the building shut down. It's no longer working. The next day, the foreman heads over to see what's going on. Foreman never comes back. A day later, a group of about 6 individuals came and went in to figure out why it stopped. Haven't seen them since. It's been almost another day, maybe 2 after that, and at this point, everyone is scared to go in.
I assume that there was security overnight.
Not really. There's no need for security. Not many raids happen out here. We're too close to the Copper Cove and the houses that live in it.
I'd say that there is now a need for security going forward.
That is the house's responsibility. It's not really ours. We get paid to work there, but in all honesty, friend, if we don't get the coin, we're not going to stick our necks out for it.
No, for sure. And we can report that back to House Tolliver as well.
Of course.
Had, by any chance, other than the other party that came to investigate what happened at the mill, has there been any bands of strangers or anything around recently? No
strangers. Not many people come through here. Most of the time they take the outer roads, not to the town, obviously. But no strangers. Just the 6 individuals, official looking, probably from the houses, came to investigate. They stopped here at the tavern and demanded what they wanted to know, and then went straight away. That was the last we saw of them.
Is there anyone else you can think of that might, have more information as to what happened that night? And now I'm done talking for a while.
Of course. There were about 3 boys who went to snoop around last night to see if they could figure out what was going on. They came back terrified, not really able to describe what was happening. we spoke to them to ask them what had happened. All they could say was like they heard sounds and were scared. They didn't see anything, didn't get close enough to it. When it gets dark out here, sometimes the night can bring more terrors than you're used to in the cities. Not like attacks or anything, just the stories. We're not as protected.
Okay, right. So going after dark's a little shady. These three boys, these tree boys as you called them, Oak, Ash, and Cedar. Do you know whereabout they would be? Time like this? Maybe, yeah. Just
Most likely helping their father. He works construction in the town. Probably working on something. I think they were working on a roof not too long ago. But again, you won't get much from them. They said they heard some strange things and left rather quickly. We try to explain to the children of this town that going out after dark is probably not the wisest.
it's just like the village.
Yeah, you can go out and stay near the town, but going out into the grasslands, you're asking for a wild beast or a wayward bandit group to come after you.
It sounds like your asslands would be grasslands. So, I don't know, I'll look over at Ziff and Ohiana. I'm like, I don't think it would be really worth the squeeze to go talk to these kids. Do you think we should maybe just wait till sun goes down?
I did have one more question, though. Are there any, perhaps as a child, any stories that were told about things that had happened around these parts, or any particular creatures that roamed?
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't know. Are you from the Brasslands? You don't look like you are.
Not exactly.
Very well. Most of the stories that we tell around the fires or around the towns don't have much merit to them. Most of them are for beasts of old or times of old, reminding people of why we need to keep our head on our shoulders and stick together. I mean, most stories. I'm sure all of you have heard about the Scar, right?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about the Scar the other day, but Ohiana's never heard that story. So if you could just refresh her, it would help all of us.
You all know about the Scar.
Yeah, it's another thing that's...
The Scar is
You're talking about the God Scar.
Yeah.
He's scarred.
Oh, yeah, we use the formal language, God Scar.
The God Scar, the Scar, the Calamity, the Chaos, whatever you want to call it. It is a breeding ground, as it were, for most of the stories you tell your children at bedtime. But every once in a while, people claim that the Scar is responsible for a myriad of things, so you never know. But between that and, you know, the beasts of the lands, the lions, the underground creatures that sprout up every once in a while, nothing crazy.
Well, all right. Well,
Thank you very much. We appreciate all your help.
Of course. Pleasure is mine.
cool. All right. Well, go back to the table and kind of relay all that information. So, plan-wise, what do you guys think? Maybe wait
Let's
till
go
sun
straight to the
goes
mill.
down or right now?
Let's just go straight to the mill, guys. I mean, like, there's nothing else, right? Like, we should just go.
Yeah, wait till night.
There's people, right? There's like people that went in there and they're not coming back, and they're probably dead. So we should probably go.
Specifically, the kid said it was around nighttime that things happen. Maybe it's a matter of nothing.
What time of day is it?
Well,
At this point, it would be...
probably approaching then, right? Because it took half a day.
It took you half a day. I'm assuming you guys kind of went late morning, so it's kind of it's pushing close to... The skies are starting to
Late
turn
afternoon.
orange.
So it's
yeah.
like 2 hours till sundown.
Yeah.
Alright,
So it's perfect, right?
Let's wait till the
Here's
golden
the-
hour, go in the field, take some pictures.
Here's the plan. Tell me what you think. Tonight, we do some reconnaissance. We sleep on it. We wake up refreshed, and we take care of business in the morning.
So are you tired now? Like, are you expended or like?
I'm feeling pretty fresh right now.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, like, we don't have. I think I'm kind of worried about the people that went in there. I don't know about you guys. I would personally. I just want to put it out there that I would like to go there as soon as possible because there's a timer on these people's lives.
Yeah, that's a big
In
concern.
our experience,
I think the
if
time's
you
already gone.
if you enter a place that you intend to leave and don't leave, it really is of little consequence. One night's sleep.
Well, you don't ever know. I would just sleep better at night knowing that
I
we
think
went there as soon as possible.
There's a way to satisfy both parties. We could do a little bit of reconnaissance right now, in the moment, and then wait until sundown this evening. Because I'm pretty fresh. I don't know. It was just a walk. It wasn't like a run or anything. So do a little reconnaissance with the few hours of daylight we have left, and then at nightfall we go in and we take care of it. Yes, sir.
I raised
Yes.
my hand. So I'm really good at seeing things, especially in the dark. So like, if we need to see things, I'm the.
I
I'm
can't
the
see
man.
shit in the dark.
Well, I mean,
Can't
Not
take out
really.
my eye. I'm just kidding. I don't. I can't do that shit.
do I have dark vision? I don't have.
I have
dark vision.
120 feet dark vision.
I don't believe I do.
I am curious, roughly how far away is this mill from where we are currently?
About a half
Yeah, I
mile.
got, so my
About a half mile?
Kick me an eye, so it's like,
Oh,
Ring keeper
okay.
and
I'd like to
step
cast Primeval Awareness
I'm gonna
then. So,
Okay.
I can sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within a mile of me.
Ooh.
Oh, girl, cast it.
Is it primal awareness? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Rangers actually doing something
The
like.
tower just freaking explodes.
Dude, Rangers are awesome.
People
Rangers get a
sleep on
bad
Rangers
rap.
is because people are power gamers.
It's like an evil light show.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're incredibly useful, actually.
Read that to me one more time, please.
Okay.
Also, if there's anything in there that's
I
like
can
that
sense whether any
come to-
aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within a mile.
You basically close your eyes and do like a mega vibe check. Like what's the thing for Assassin's Creed? Like when you're on that perch, like the synchronization.
Oh
thing?
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
just
We're just
do
like,
that. Yeah, pulse from you.
That's actually not a terrible idea of like what I would think primeval awareness would be.
Kinda is,
like just kind of getting a sense of the world around you.
And then whenever something pops up, you just get chills down your spine.
Yeah.
bad vibe.
Aberration, celestial fiend, undead. What else? Aberration, celestial fiend, undead.
Dragons, elementals,
elementals.
fae.
Fae.
Tina phase, more specifically.
Oh my gosh.
30 rock.
Trying to
Good show.
think.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Within how much?
A mile.
A mile?
6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain.
Yeah.
Which is
You kind of close your eyes, and
Yeah.
as you step outside, as everyone's getting ready to kind of discuss what they're doing next, you kind of close your eyes and begin to just listen and just begin to take in the world around you. The sound of workers out in the fields, the rhythmic swishing of hand tools, the wind that kind of flutters through some of the wooden signs that are hanging out here, the distant chatter of people from the bar behind you. You begin to kind of reach your senses out to see if you can sense in any way, shape, or form the creatures that you have trained yourself to locate, and within a mile, nothing.
Alright.
Right on.
I'll take a couple of steps north. Anything this way.
Am I getting warmer, DM?
Am I? You're off by a few feet.
Yeah. Just in case.
I can
Alright.
be right here, like the 1,500 and what? Something?
Right, so, I don't know, if if you want to,
Lucius.
every time I do it, every time.
I'm not a tiefling.
Sorry, Lucius, that's on
I
me.
hate that. But you know what? I'll compromise there. Yeah?
If you would like to go do some reconnaissance, maybe pick a couple of us.
I would like, so actually, are you good at that?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So me and Aramir, do we need a third? Because I think Kenneth is really good
I'd
at
like
that.
to go. Listen,
Can,
if I...
like, I'll show you vibe check, like, real quick. Like, close your eyes.
I was vibing.
Yeah. I think I like you, so...
I do be vibing.
Also,
Alright.
my eyes are kind of dry.
So the rest of us are gonna just stay here for a little bit.
Maybe...
I say we go get some supplies, requisition some things like, it might be dark in there if we're going at night, so
Some
we need
lanterns,
some
couple lanterns, some
can't see
rope.
into
You never
the-
know when you're gonna need rope.
Right.
True,
I
true.
will try to whisper over to Zeph, and I'll say, "Get pothole drunk."
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I mean, I give Pothole his half and half. You know.
Oh, he hates it. He's gagging. He's lactose intolerant.
No, it's half ale, half water.
No,
It's not
just cream.
coffee creamer, for God's sakes. Yeah, so, like, one last thing. Hey, one more thing. And I'm not saying this to be kind of, like, overarching douchebag, but
Yeah.
maybe do your best to not get in a fight without the rest of us.
Oh, I know that. I don't want to die.
Okay, that's fine. Just all ahead. We'll get some stuff.
Just how about this? You guys get the stuff and then come towards the direction we are, and we eventually just meet back up real quick.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome, sweet, nice
Could
mustache.
you just explain to us your plan for reconnaissance?
Outskirts of the building. Maybe if we can get an angle. I have abilities within me to be able to climb up surfaces and maybe get a good vantage point within the mill.
I also have
don't-
abilities to get inside of a
I don't think
don't think
it'd be
getting
wise to
in's the
touch
problem.
it.
So
I think
then we look at the outskirts of it, see if we see anything, and then report back to you guys because you guys are gonna be close anyways.
They're just a bunch of workers out there walking around. Are they gonna see you guys?
It's fine.
That's fine whether or not they see us.
Yeah, I mean, just
It's
tell them
alright,
you're with
we're
House
on
Tolliver, you'll be
official
fine.
business.
Yeah. So, you have your badge, so you guys will be fine. But yeah, I just wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
I would, maybe just be careful.
Yeah, don't go inside.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. You're not my real dad, but that's all right. Yeah, sure.
I think you're older than me.
Plot twist.
Actually, if you look in your armpits, scales.
This is how your draconic sorcerer shows presents itself. Ew, that sucks on your armpit.
Yeah.
Would be.
That's just eczema.
All right. So who is going where?
It's us three.
The three of you are going to the mill.
To the mill.
The rest of you are.
Getting some
We're gonna go get some requisitions.
Okay, so you're gonna collect some stuff. So we'll start with you guys as you guys are beginning to make your way towards the mill itself. What are you looking for, the four of you?
Lanterns, torches, ropes, bear trap.
Oh hell yeah.
Just one.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay.
dark vision goggles.
I should do
If that's the thing.
No dark vision goggles, but most of the stuff is easy enough to acquire. It will run you probably. Are you getting just enough for yourself or for?
No, we're actually getting it for everyone, and we don't.
It's like a
plan-
few of each, like 3 or 4 lanterns, 3 or 4 torches.
We're gonna take the
Okay.
I have to
we're gonna
activate
take
it,
the
and
tack
then- which I
of
can do
being on
2
official
times
business, requisitioning this, and we will submit the required forms for them to be
Stephen, you
repaid
have
by
to
the
decide.
house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make.
I'm assuming this is a company town, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say
Like,
that.
it
Yeah, they
exists
understand.
because of
Yeah,
the
they
mill.
understand. They understand. Yeah, they understand the purpose of that. Yeah, I would say easily enough. You can acquire those few things, and you're good to go.
Right on. Tabidi, did you ask for, as we're walking out of the store, did you ask for night vision goggles?
Worse.
I've heard tale of that being a thing.
Alright. Make a note. Every store we visit, we're going to ask about night vision goggles. Moving on. So
Okay.
we just walk towards them.
All right. You guys arrive at the mill itself as the sun begins to start dipping towards the horizon. The sky gets to get kind of more of a burnt orange color. Very similar to what it looked like as you approached, but now much larger. You can see the larger kind of lower building extends maybe another 200 feet off to your left. You guys are standing in front of what looks to be kind of like the main entrance as the road kind of leads straight towards it. The silo is now towering above you. You can hear the kind of the gentle creak of the fans as they are slowly turning with the wind, but not enough to generate any kind of momentum of any kind.
And how far away is the mill from us?
At this point, you guys are, I'd say, probably getting to be 120 feet away.
Oh, sweet. That's perfect. That's just the amount of range I have with dark vision. So, I think we should all. Hey, guys, let's go. Low profile.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And I get on all fours.
Hey.
Spread out a
Okay.
little bit too much.
I'm just gonna try to stealth up to the door.
Starts crab walking
Yeah, so
backwards.
we're all stealthing towards.
Okay. So make a stealth check then.
Yeah.
The three of you.
No.
Actually, what's mine?
That's a 5.
5.
15.
15.
I pick up some sand in my face on accident and
Yeah, you begin to make your way over there, and as you do, you move from kind of like the gravel road to just kind of like dry grass and just like crunching and just like through the grass, not being stealthy at all.
hey guys.
And every once in a while, you just ow, ouch, as he's like getting stabbed by the.
Maybe stand up.
I'm like 6
Yeah.
foot and a half.
Far
Oh,
above
maybe.
the.
Can you crouch? I don't.
Crouches, he's just about 4 foot. Not a lot of.
Better than it was.
It's fine.
Nevertheless, you guys get
Freaking units.
Perception checks.
80 feet, 60 feet. How close are you guys getting?
Are there any windows?
There's a couple of windows higher up, maybe about 8 feet up off the ground. Kind of smaller, kind of uniformed windows.
I'm just gonna try to. Is there kind of like a ledge?
Yeah, some of them are open, so you could definitely try to reach up and grab the
I'm just gonna do
bottom
like
of
a
one.
hop and
Easy enough. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me just to see.
Athletics.
Yeah, just to see if you don't completely
Wow.
What is that? The ledge of like the
like the window,
of the
Can
mill?
like the ledge of the window.
Of the mill?
What is it?
Yeah,
So the window's 8 feet up.
yeah, just about.
Can I get my tip?
Which roll? 7.
7.
You get up there and you do grab on, but as you kind of pull yourself, you get to the edge of it and realize that it's kind of been in the sunlight for a while and it's starting to burn your hands.
Ow.
You get one kind of glance inside before you have to let go and kind of drop back down.
All right, here. Can you? Can one of you? Can you crouch down again?
It's very
Give me
dark
a
in there.
boost?
You definitely
Yeah,
it's hard to see with the light outside kind of dampening your vision as you kind of looked inside. You didn't get a second to adjust to the darkness before having to
Actually,
I think
you can see better than I can. Can't
I
you?
see great. Everything's
All right,
fine. Is it nighttime?
I'm
No,
gonna crouch
it's
down.
still, like,
I think I'm
late afternoon
I
at
think,
this
So
point.
I
cool.
could just support
all right, we can do it together.
Support me, guys.
strong men.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So,
strong
I
man
get-
right
I
here.
get- I
So
get-
you're going up to the window now?
Yeah, I'll go up to the
Okay,
window.
go ahead and make a
plus
strength. Make a strength check for me.
Oh, and I'm helping him.
Yeah.
You're helping?
Yeah.
Make it with advantage then.
Oh, hit just a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Dice.
Do the creepiest one. Is it bone dice? Do the bone,
Bone
dice.
dice.
Do the bone dice.
Bone dice and the metal dice.
Yes.
Woo! Wow, both of those are the exact same thing.
What did you do?
11 total.
Same roll. 11. So it's not terrible. You get up, grab onto the ledge, kind of lift yourself up, and look in. Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Because of him?
Yeah, because
Okay,
he's
cool.
not holding
That
you
makes
very-
sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. I was like,
Hard
disadvantage.
work to hold you.
No.
Still have the coffin on your back.
Yeah, I'm all bones, buddy.
No, you think he'd be considerate enough to peel that thing off?
Okay. All right. Let me see. So it's 7.
Mhm.
Thanks for disadvantage, bro. I'm just kidding. 7, and then I'm just gonna activate. I want to get at least above a 10, so I'm gonna activate my amulet feature. Sure. So I'm gonna roll a D4 to that.
Go ahead and add your D4.
Watch out! 4, 11.
11, not bad.
That's above a 10, guys. Holy crap!
So you kind of peek up above the window and begin to look in. You can see an empty room for the most part. This section of it, you can see there's a large kind of like wall to one side that's kind of sectioning off the other half of this building. But this area that you can see here, there appears to be just kind of like an open floor plan. The large silo kind of attaches to the side of it and kind of shoots up. There seems to be a bit of a balcony that runs across the front, runs across the far side, around the front of the silo, and then up, maybe close to where your window is. Hard to tell. Looking down, you can kind of see kind of some strange machines and a couple other odds and ends just kind of scattered about. Definitely not organized. It seems like it kind of was just all left as it were. And as you're kind of looking in, you hear the voice. You hear the voice in the back of your head. Is, what is that? As you kind of look to the side and you kind of see one of the machines looks like it has some sort of like dark like what's the word I'm trying to think of? These machines look to be some sort of like wood and metal contraption, and there's like a darkening on one of the sides of it that you can see from a corner, but as you're kind of like leaning over to look, your foot slips and you drop back down to the ground.
For somebody so thin, you're pretty heavy, little buddy.
No, I think it's just no, it's not that. I'm just gonna say that. It's not that. But you tried your best, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, maybe set the coffin down next time. I don't
Oh
think that was
yeah,
nothing.
I forgot.
Yeah, no, we did it.
That. Honestly, actually, now that you consider that, you're right. My bad.
I got jello arms.
Hey, you're gonna get ripped though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of having this discussion, trying to figure out what you do next. As you can see,
Does my
coming,
bicep look a little bigger?
a little bit,
Check
yeah.
it.
Coming around one of the rises, you can see the 4 of them are now making their way down the road towards you guys.
They're here.
I'm gonna jog towards them.
Yeah.
Can we add a large waxed canvas tarp to our requisition?
Sure.
Thanks.
Can I find the door?
We're building.
Yeah, easy enough. There seems
up
to be two large doors that are kind of set into the side of this building.
Open.
They do open.
How close are we? Like visually wise?
Yeah, you guys are probably 160 feet away or something like that.
Holding the door. I'm not going in.
Okay, well, a message is 120 feet. So you hear just like a yell in your head, like, remember the time when we said don't touch anything?
Wait, you said 160 feet.
But you're...
It eventually gets to them.
Okay,
It's like
cool.
the edge of the...
So I'm sprinting towards them basically, not like full sprinting, but I'm jogging towards them. Hey guys, so we scouted out a little bit, and there's a balcony thing we can use to get in, and like from the window, so we can get like a high vantage point and be able to shoot down on monsters if there's monsters in there. There's like a machine in there that was blackened on one side, and everything looks completely just like you ever heard of the high level like magic spell called like Rapture, where like everyone just instantly just goes without like dropping anything. Like it's like everything's completely like they just instantly disappeared or something. I wouldn't be surprised if we found some clothes just sitting around. Like everything was dropped as it was. You know, there wasn't like neatly put up or anything. So I'm just letting you guys know.
Alright, I think before we proceed, we should go over what we've been tasked with doing first. What is the mission?
Let me read it. I wrote it down on my arm.
We are to investigate the grain mill, restore production, and avoid killing. If at all possible.
I have it starred on my arm.
So
It's like,
great investigation.
make sure the mill is up and running. Northward outside of town. Sorry, that was directions.
Right.
My bad.
So to that point, we need to know how this mill operates. And the barkeep said some lights are what powered it. Does anyone know anything about what powers these things?
I know anything?
I mean,
because I've worked with these people before.
Make a...
History?
Make a history check.
After
sure.
we get in and start looking at stuff, I'd like to make an intelligence check. I don't think I would have the theoretical knowledge, but intelligence is kind of my strong suit. So when we got in to look at it, I would like to see if I can.
Yeah, you can definitely do it when you.
But not just from
Right.
hearsay.
What's your roll? 12. I mean, not really. I mean, it sounds like that might be what does it, but you've never been in one of these, so you wouldn't know like the intricacies of how to operate it.
I mean, hasn't there been people that oh, sorry.
My dad was a blacksmith and worked in an agrarian community. What knowledge of this?
Yeah, Liz, that's what I'm talking about. That malleable backstory.
No, I'm laughing because
mine too.
I know what her dad does. You'll find out. More backstory.
Flashback.
No, as a matter of fact, he would not. He would have intricate knowledge of that, of his style of that. But you know for a fact, given the kind of the limited travels that you've had, the Brasslands operates on a very different scale and size than anybody in Udall has ever worked.
Yeah.
Definitely more large production
more
scale.
corporate.
Yeah.
May I say something? We personally don't need to fix this. We just need to make sure it's up and running. So, like, if we go in there and take care of whatever's making people disappear that are actually capable of fixing this, then everything will fix itself. So,
Knowledge is power, my friend.
That's pretty
yes,
stupid.
and I have the knowledge that I want to go in there. So let's do that.
Cut him loose. Let's go find someone who can explain how this thing operates.
Are there anything I can look at around the outside? Is there any, I don't know, footprints or tracks or...
Sure, make a survival check for me.
Alright.
You're good at those, right?
Well...
Below, down.
Oh, I mean, like, not terrible, actually, yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
21.
Sheesh.
That is very good, actually. 21. You begin to kind of walk around the outside of the building, and you can see there are many different kinds of footprints, all kind of patting down the dirt and grass of this area, kind of flattening it into kind of this track that runs around the outside of the building. There's definitely newer footprints that seem to kind of be walking the track itself. But nothing beyond that. No tracks leading out of it.
No
it seems
black
like
marks
most
or
of
anything
the
on the outside of the building anywhere.
No, it seems like whatever traffic is in this building is relegated to like the main entrance and maybe kind of like again walking the perimeter itself.
Okay. No little sneaky side entrances while I'm looking.
There does seem to be another large set of doors on the far end. But those are locked if you try to open those.
Yeah, I did jimmy them.
Yeah, they're definitely locked.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Is there anyone around here I can talk to?
Any human? Like people other than your party? No, there's nobody around it. There's people off in the fields, but they're definitely far away. Like
so I'd seeing Zeph kind of distraught over this. I was like, hey, I think it would be alright just to look around. I mean, if there's something malign in there, we could take care of that. Then maybe bring back someone that could get it running. You know, I think.
All right. Yep.
Do the dirty
And
work.
if getting it running again is actually how this whole thing resolves itself.
Well, that'd be super simple, but I think first things first, something did happen in here. I think it'd be wise for us to find out before we brought more workers to the malady mill, as it were.
That's so good.
Discover the problem, fix the problem.
Yeah,
Have to
sounds
discover
good.
it.
All evidence suggests that once we enter this thing, we don't come out.
No.
All right, this is called the healthy disagreement. So, Zeph, what makes you think that, mate?
Are you going in?
Because everyone who has entered it for the past
What's your character?
3 days has entered and not returned.
4th time's the charm.
But also you want.
Yes, that's fair. All right.
I'm gonna lead this.
Arami nailed it. Yep. What makes you think that we're not going to get caught in there?
I mean, we've taken things down before we handle ourselves.
That's fair. I mean, we're not average Joes. I mean, it could have just been some, you know.
Oh no, I think we can make our way out if we know what we're dealing with.
So how are we gonna find out what we're dealing with if we don't go in?
This is how.
I'm going to sprint back to the tavern and just ask the guy. While they're standing, I'm just going to go ask the guy.
Okay.
What powers the mill? You said it was the lights.
It's like.
So I sprinting full speed away.
So you guys kind of awkwardly stand there for about 20 minutes as he runs over to the...
No, I think
Right.
we
Best to open the door.
go in. Yeah.
I literally just.
Okay.
As he was doing that.
I mean, that's up to them.
Okay, so you want to go ask how the mill is powered?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
The rest
cool.
of us are
We'll get back to that.
Cool.
That's going to take a minute.
I'm gonna kick open the door.
Okay, so you open the door.
Those
Try
are
the
nuts,
knob.
man.
Well, yeah, you got to make your presence known.
Okay, well now
I
we look
think
awkward
there's
'cause, like,
something
you just
to be
kick the door
said
open.
for subterfuge, or at least being somewhat subtle.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of just announced to
Hello.
the whole Underdark that
Hello?
if you're in here and you're maligned, we're ready to be maligned.
Yeah.
Well, did I hear anything?
I get it. Believe me,
point,
I do.
good
I just
point.
told him.
Good point.
Once
Yeah.
it's done doing the door being loud, do I hear anything move?
Make a perception check.
Can I make some check?
Thousands of cockroaches
Yeah.
scurrying
As a
away from the
freaking
wall.
face hugger jumps up and eats you.
Freaking
22.
22.
stupid
And if-
one.
Not one? You're deaf.
I'm so freaking.
You go blind.
22. What did you roll?
Can I read something
3.
real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Potentially turning the roll into a success. All right. So potentially turn the roll into a success. So if it's not a success, can I? Because like the way it's worded, it's like, how would you know if it's not a success unless it's a
Potentially.
failure?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that if you want to add it, but a 20, would you roll?
22.
What is
22.
it?
22 is very good.
What's the mechanic you're trying?
It's like if I fail some ability check, I can add a D4 to it to potentially make it a success.
What's it called?
Pact of the Talisman.
Cool.
No, I would say that you definitely, you don't need, it's not a
I won't
success or
use
failure,
it, I
you just
won't use it.
definitely can perceive quite a bit. Kind of glancing in, using your dark vision, you can definitely, you don't see anything, but you hear the sounds of like, small kind of rodents scurrying like off into the corners. There is no sounds of like individuals, like you don't hear anybody like reacting to the sound of you stepping in.
Yeah.
But it definitely you definitely made yourself known. But yeah, stepping into the room itself, you kind of begin to look around. Everyone else following suit, I assume?
Yes.
I'd like to try to do so subtly. Like if there's any way I could use all their commotion as a cover to kind of like slip in, I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to set up a little something with Pothole. I'd like for him to, with one arm, hold a lantern as high as he can, and the other just Steel Defender defense mode.
Yep.
And I'm going to breach behind him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty
how we're
cool.
gonna do that.
26.
26, yeah. So basically,
Well, I don't have dark vision. I'm not going blind.
as Elromir opens the door,
man,
him and Lucius begin to step into the building and kind of like step out maybe 8 to 10 feet out. Following right behind them is Pothole with Glyph kind of like breaching in behind them. Kenneth slips in quietly and begins to kind of walk across the side of the wall, kind of like hiding herself behind some of the larger kind of crates and barrels.
I know we have perceivy people who've already done perceivy things, but I'm really going to try to like close my eyes at a certain point and really try to listen for anything.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. 15.
15.
Nice.
Don't hear anything at this point.
Do we see anything in the immediacy?
No. So what you see as you guys step in is a large room. Again, you can kind of see off to the left as you step in, there seems to be a small kind of like, the room itself is maybe 15, 20 feet tall with the up to the point of the roof. There is a small kind of like room off to one side that's not the full height of it, but it's definitely maybe like 8 to 10 feet off to one side with a door in it. Running across the backside of it are these steps that go up that lead across the entire almost like kind of like a catwalk that runs across the large silo on the back left side, runs off to the corner and up. You can see stationed in the middle of it there are probably 3 or 4 large kind of square machines made of wood and metal. There seems to be kind of like these weird metal fingers that are all kind of protruding from the tops of them, with these large kind of round, almost like barrels that are set inside of them. These tubes that are set into the barrels themselves. There are a couple carts lined along the sides of these machines. And you can see kind of tracks that are made perpetually throughout the stone floor of this place. And there does seem to be off on one side 2 smaller machines with this strange kind of wood and metal kind of like shelf that runs across and is like got perpetual like rolls across the entire length of it. But as you step in, there is not a sign of anybody. There's definitely kind of a thin layer of what looks like dust, but upon like kind of taking in the atmosphere, you can smell the aroma of like warm kind of like flour. And as you kind of take it all in, you begin to understand that this place is processing grains of some kind, and this is definitely kind of like like the milling of grain, turning it into flours or other types of materials. But nevertheless, you are in the building, and that is what you see from your vantage point.
I think I'm going to go up to the balcony.
Okay.
And look at those 3 machines up there.
Well, if you're going to get up high, we're going to go ahead and get you a map so you can see where you're going.
Battle map.
So, as you are heading up with Pothole, you're beginning to make your way in. You guys are running back to the village. As you're making your way in, you can begin to see the 3 machines here, kind of the larger ones with the weird kind of fingers up at the top of it. There seems to be some smaller kind of like stationary carts with like these large kind of burlap sacks that are set inside of it with some weird stuff in there. You didn't really get a chance to check them out. Kenneth and Ohiana are the closest to it. The rollers are right here. This green line that's all of the catwalk itself, and that door leads to the small room. But Armir, if you want to move towards that room, you can certainly do that. The door is set right there. You can try to open the lock. It is unlocked. Open the door. Looking inside, you can definitely see it is a small kind of office. It's not very large by any means, but it's definitely got a small table to one side with a chair and some writing utensils of different kinds. But that's not the thing you notice immediately. What you do notice immediately is the 3 bodies that are in there.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Is there anything else in this room? Like
Perception check.
checking the
Stepping over the dead bodies.
Make a perception check.
He's like,
It's more of like I'm like see the bodies and I'm like, oh crap, what killed it?
It's more like,
fair.
well, they're not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, the
What'd you roll?
chaotic stupid thing to do was to immediately loot the bodies instead of looking around.
That's a campaign 1
Perception.
maneuver is what that is.
8.
yeah.
Don't see anything in here other than them.
Going straight over to the bodies.
Okay.
How are they killed?
Well, as you step over to them, you can see all 3 of them are all kind of like laid out on the floor. One kind of like hit the chair and sent it like knocking into the wall before kind of slumping over it. All 3 of them seem to be pretty torn up. It seems like their chest and face has been mauled pretty badly. Pretty grievous wounds across that, and lots of kind of like blood from that has dried, and except for on the ground itself. Except for on the ground itself, where it has kind of started to congeal a little bit, and that is where it's their last resting spot at this point. As you're seeing that, you're beginning to make your way up to the balcony.
Yes.
Perception check for me as you're up there.
Right. Perception. 16.
16. Up on the balcony, you can see kind of a little bit of an overview of most of this place. You can see on the 3rd machine towards the back of the building, kind of a darkening spot where it looks like maybe there's like some black, material across the wood and metal. But as you're kind of looking down on it, you can also notice that next to that darkened spot, there appears to be some sort of a object that's kind of slumped against it.
Is it... how close would I have to get to cast some sort of light on it to be able to see it?
Depends on what... I mean, you have your lantern, which is kind of giving dim light a little bit,
Ooh,
but it's definitely not illuminating.
idea. I take a... What would I have in my pocket that I could take? I have a set of smith's tools. Mm-hmm. Or no, it's just proficiencies. Damn, I just need something that I can throw. I take... crap. Just a vial. I've got a little vial.
Sure.
And I just give it a little magic tinkering effect, so as to make it give off 5 feet of dim light, and I just roll it to where the dark thing is.
Well, you're up top, and it's down on the floor itself. Shoot. So you can toss it down there if you want to, but it's definitely...
I don't know if a vial is going to
You're on the ground, so you went up to get a higher perception.
Yeah. No, crap. Okay, so I'm going to... Who's on the ground floor?
I'm following up behind you.
Ohiana's by the door still. You cannot see Kenneth anywhere, and Lucius is down at the base of the steps, looking up at you.
Okay.
Beginning to kind of make his way towards you.
Okay, I'm going to point at Ohiana and cast message.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell her that there is a dark something or other. It looks like it might be of importance. I can see it, but I can't get to it. If you'd like to get closer, I'd be really careful, but it might be a good idea. I can cover you from up here, but you're down there already, so you might want to look at it.
Yeah, I'll carefully move closer.
And I am guns locked on that spot just in case it aggresses her.
So go ahead and move Ohiana to kind of right about here. Ohiana, as you come around the front
Would
of...
it be possible for me to kind of try to trail her, stick into the shadows, stealthing?
So getting into the building stealthily is easy enough to do, but there's not a lot of cover around here to stay hidden.
All right, then that's fine. I'll just stay where I am and just keep perceiving.
You're kind of hidden in the corner at this point. There's not really... Most of this area is open floor.
Okay.
Designed that way to be more efficient, so there's not a lot of stuff to hide behind.
You've got
The
your
machines
security
you could definitely
presence.
hide behind, and the these stationary kind of containers you definitely could stand behind. But you're trying to hide from everything right now, so unless you want to expose yourself in one way or another.
I'll just stay where I am then.
Yeah. The only way you could stay hidden is if you're trying to specifically hide from something in the building.
Yeah,
But if
gotcha.
you don't know what you're hiding from,
All right,
then you're going to expose
I'll just stay there
yourself.
and just keep my eyes peeled then.
Sure. Ohiana, as you come around the corner, you can definitely see the direction. You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Okay. You can kind of see come around the corner where Glyph was pointing. You can see the darkening on the wood and metal of this machine, and the dark object that's at the base of it. before you see it fully with your dark vision, you definitely can smell it. The corpse of another individual is slumped against the machine itself. It seems like their body is like in a seated position, and their head has caved in to the back of the machine, and whatever the darkening is what matter of their head is left was sprayed against the
Someone's been playing Doom.
back of this machine.
Someone is in Doom.
Calvin, does it look like it would have been like a magical effect or like a physical, like? Did it look like a magic-y something that was used, perhaps?
Not hard to tell. There's no clear signs of magical evidence. It just looks like somebody got their head smashed in by something heavy.
Okay.
But is it magically heavy?
That would take a little bit more investigation.
Around.
What's that?
Do I see something that looks like it might have been utilized?
No, there's definitely no object lying around that would have caused this damage.
Okay.
However, in this moment,
Yes.
your 22 perception,
Yes.
as you're kind of like watching everyone kind of spread out and do their things, you hear Alramir kind of steps into the kind of office building. You begin to kind of just keep looking around, and that voice again kind of emanates almost from your chest, and you kind of realize it's from the talisman itself. And you hear him go, "What is that? I see another one." And you kind of turn and see, creeping across the top railing, this 4-foot dark creature, long and kind of thin with its tail kind of like wrapped around the base of the railing to keep it stable. Its eyes flashing this strange kind of purplish kind of sparkle as it sets itself and then jumps towards Ohiana.
Okay, so like I expected that I wouldn't be able to be like, do something.
You with your 22 perception, you have this moment to do something.
Okay, so let me look. Okay.
Do you cast Save Ohiana?
I don't have that yet.
Cast banishment on. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna I see it and instantly like read this as oh shit, and I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Of course you will. Go ahead and roll your attack
Warlock
for me.
special.
Warlock
Ice
special,
cream
baby.
baby.
Cha. What's that?
I can't see it.
14 plus 5, I think. No, plus 7. It's 21.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Check. Yeah, and I'm gonna roll D10 on the bond. 3 force damage.
3 damage. As you pull your hand up, you watch as the cold dark
Monkey
energy
thing.
from the coffin comes up to your hand and shoots out, catching this thing across the side of the face as it jumps down and ends up hitting the machine and hits the ground next to Ohiana. Ohiana, you spin around and can see what looks to be the biggest rat you've ever seen.
Oh,
but instead of like sleek kind of like fur of a rat, you can see protruding from kind of the elbows, almost like in the spike-like fashion, and pulling from the ears as almost if it's growing out of it, these strange kind of corkscrew dark black and purple stone that kind of glows in the darkness as it turns and sees you and just goes simultaneously. Oromir,
you're annoyed
as
by
you hear that
yourself.
shriek, you turn around and step and feel something move underneath you.
Oh,
One of the dead bodies wasn't as dead as you thought it was, as this large rodent head peeks up from the chest of one of them and bites onto, or attempts to bite onto your...
Holy crap! Time out.
and it's probably not going to hit because that's a 6.
Oh my
Plus
gosh.
what?
6 total.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
As it bites down onto your armor, it doesn't pierce the skin, but you see it biting onto the largest rodent head you've ever seen bites onto your leg and tries to tear into you. Now I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Smash the freak.
Oh, who's gonna make a joke about this being a game of cat and mouse now?
Yeah.
Tired of this right now.
Not me. I'm not gonna
It's
make
a
it.
new set.
That is funny though. The rules are reversed. Revenge has been enacted.
It's funny because I rolled a 4, but my initiative is a -1. So
Gosh. I'm glad we're down Punch Boy and Eldritch Man.
Well, he's useful. I'm not. I was.
You are so useful. That's it. You're gonna read a self-help book when we get home.
25 to 20.
I don't have a +8 this campaign.
Not everybody at once.
20 to 15.
18.
18.
Nice. Good job.
15 to 10?
13.
11.
13,
12.
11, and 12. Okay. And here we go.
Okay.
Wait, well, what did you roll?
I got a 3.
Plus?
I rolled a 4.
You have a -1 to your initiative?
Yes.
Yikes.
Jeez, oh Pete.
I respect it. Never see it. You
So
never
how does
see
that work in canon? Are you just so like,
I'm just like, oh, okay.
I guess you could
These
say
are these
Will's a
extras.
Cowardly
scaredy cat.
lion.
Ah, damn it, yes, Michelle.
I'm not like scared. I'm just like, oh.
He's
Do
so
it.
big that like he doesn't realize all the things that are like around him.
He moves like a kaiju because he's so big. It's like, it takes a reaction to turn 90 degrees.
It's my bonus action to turn.
I need both my pilots to turn. Okay.
Yeah, you're a Jaeger, bro.
So,
That'd be cool.
Oh my gosh, that means you're
If you-
voiced by Idris Elba.
Oh hell yeah!
This
All
campaign
right.
has got 3 times
top of the
as hot.
round.
Hell yeah.
Kenneth.
Sickening. All right. Can I see this creature? Is it within 60 feet of me? Can I see him? Like, yeah.
It is under 3/4 cover because it's behind that container.
But can I see it?
Not really. Not from where you're sitting.
All right, then I'll unsit.
Okay.
All right, I'll get to where I can see it. I don't know how far that would be.
Someone's
The bare
got
minimum.
to
So,
slide across the roll.
You either
Oh, can I slide on the rolling
either
thing?
get over here,
It's not really thing.
and it has half cover behind Ohiana, or you get further over here to see it. But I don't know if you have 30 feet to get over there.
What's your movement?
I do have 30 feet. But I don't.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's difficult terrain.
No, but
Yeah,
you
those
just
are those are
slide.
She
rollers.
just slides.
Oh, can I slide on?
Yeah, she
You
just pushes
have got
herself.
to make a athletics or acrobatics your
Yes.
choice.
Do it.
Hell yeah,
All
yeah.
the
I'm
way.
doing it. I'm doing
I
it.
just can't wait.
I've always
for
wanted to
like-
do that.
I want to be
All right.
stealthy.
Acrobatics. Let's get it.
Yo, what is it?
That is a 22.
22.
Yeah.
You jump and roll across it, pulling out your longbow.
Oh my
No,
gosh, that's so
not
cool.
what I'm doing.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay.
Oh.
Why I asked for a point of order because I was not. I was going to try to cast a spell beforehand.
Sure.
It's called Slayer's Prey. So as a bonus action, Hunter Sense. I'm sorry. So any creature I can see within 60 feet, I immediately learn whether it has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. As long as they're not hidden by divination magic.
Okay. So as a bonus action, you're doing that first.
Well, it's as an action.
So you're doing it as your action.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see if where I could from my cover
So
see
she's just
him.
gonna
No.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that then. Bonus action, I'll cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And
so
then-
you roll up, set yourself off the roller, land, and look, and you can see what appears to be a very large rodent of some kind.
Rodent
but
of unusual size.
for some reason,
Damn it, Cal.
there seems to be this weird kind of deformity on it. Like I said, on the arms and stuff that are kind of like bowed out, these weird kind of spikes are poking out with this weird kind of corkscrew, almost like bone or stone material. Along its back, kind of jutting at weird angles, these short kind of like spiky portions of this stone are shooting out. Out one ear, just kind of straight up, there's one that's poking out, and near kind of its snout, one kind of jetting off to one side as it's like thrashing around and getting back up on its feet to go after Okiana again.
So is she at the
Using
end?
your
Yeah, should I?
using your action, you are looking for immunities or damages or what specifically?
Yeah,
Read that
if it's vulnerable to anything, if it has immunities.
Only vulnerability is your mom jokes.
Or if it has any resistances.
Okay, so quick looking at this thing, you quickly kind of file off in your head large rodents, no vulnerabilities, no immunities that you're aware of. But given this strange kind of deformity in here, the only thing you can think off the top of your head is it's got to be something.
Resident Evil rules, babies! Hit the crystals!
There's some sort of there's some sort of you can only assume some sort of magical response to this strange kind of deformity on it, which lends you to think that maybe magic could or could not have an effect on it. Definitely magical items are what it's going to be non-resistant to. So you think a normal weapon may not hurt it as much as something that is imbued with a bit of magic.
All right, we are level 3. Don't have much of it.
So, but yeah, it is resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage of non-magical weapons.
All right.
Does it make your weapon magic?
As a free action, can I shout, hit the crystals with magic if you got it?
Okay.
That's my turn.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Okay. Next, we have the first of the rats. So as that one lands and kind of shrieks in Ohiana's direction, you hear the sound of like clang and snapping from other areas as you watch dropping onto the balcony.
Ew.
And onto the top of this machine.
Oh, nice.
2 other rats begin to just descend on the ground and begin snapping and snarling. One of the eyes has been pushed out by one of these strange twisting rocks that kind of protrudes out from the eye. Another one, its front leg seems to have broken off at a weird angle, but shooting out from kind of the stomach onto the ground, using it as kind of like a strange crutch, is another chunk of this twisted stone, as it is like snapping and snarling.
I'm not that creepy.
Okay, so the 4 of them are going to go ahead and make their attacks as the one near Ohiana gets itself up onto its feet and lunges at Ohiana again. Just going to roll to see if it gets... It does. Ohiana does a 12 hit.
No.
So it reaches up to snap at you again, but you spin around and kind of like back away from it just in time as it snaps into thin air, kind of shrieking in frustration. The next one... Oh, Romero.
It's probably gonna...
No. Natural 19, so 23 hit.
For sure.
23.
It's my 11 AC.
Dude, your AC is so low. A 23 hits
so
you?
low, guys.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as it bites into your leg again and kind of begins to shake it violently and begins to pull the muscle. Yeah.
I'd lose my
Not
shit
great.
if I was fighting these things. I ain't gonna cap this. Big
That
rat
means he's
with
not
rocks.
gonna lie, Drew.
He's hip.
This one is going to move 30.
Don't touch me, you nasty bastard.
And it's going to go ahead and...
I'm not ready for this campaign. Oh my!
A 2. So it's going to go to jump towards you, and you kind of turn your back and it hits the coffin
It's
and
a
slides
coffin.
down.
Actually, like
The coffin opens and absorbs it and it's dead.
Like I remember, when I was in school, like I go like try to approach a friend,
amazing.
and like they have their backpack and full of the brim with books. Like, hey, and he turn around and just knock me on my ass
Bam!
with a bunch of books and stuff.
And this one is going to sprint 30. It's going to get right there because in front of it, I believe...
Is the steel defender?
Defender.
Well, mate.
Hi, Lebrar. How you doing?
And that he's actually going to go after the steel defender.
That's fine.
Fun
Okay.
fighting that.
Bite him, you idiot.
That's a 2 again. That dice is done.
No, use that one. Use that one.
No. So he jumps towards the steel defender and kind of like
Put me in.
bites into the top, like where its head would be, and kind of bites into metal and steel and just kind of like lets go. He watches like a chunk of tooth kind of like falls away.
Yeah.
And Popple turns around.
You know, shield, face him with the shield. No.
Turns out. That's gonna end their turn. Lucius, you're up with Ohiana on deck.
Hey, did I do good? Turn.
Keep on doing good.
So proud of you. Turn around, man.
Yeah, what the hell? Let me think. Damn, I don't know what these things are. I don't know if they're aberrations or anything, because I could be buffing homies.
They're not. We know that.
Well, I don't know. You did it from where you were.
No, I would have
From
told you
where-
that from. No, for the.
Well, she definitely had this in her range. You would have known it was
Oh, okay,
aberration.
cool.
Yeah.
My
so
bad.
I would have filled you in if it
In
were.
range in the membrane.
So can I see this creature from where I am?
No, the machine is definitely
Does this rise?
That is elevated, yeah. So if you get up to the top of that, you can definitely see.
Okay, I'm a bonus action form of dread, so I'm gonna get creepy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get creepy. I like the scared face I make is just permanently just stuck on me.
Show us. Okay, now someone describe his face.
Contorted and twisted and nasty.
So the look of fear on Lucius' face slowly begins to kind of elongate, and the grimace begins to kind of curl just on the edges into this kind of almost elongated smile, Joker style.
Yeah.
As like the eyes just begin to get bigger and bigger, but the pupils don't change. As he begins to take his form of dread.
Oh hell yeah! 3 bonus HP, 6 bonus HP. Okay. That was ass. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to increase my health.
Form of dread, you get your temporary hit points at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning of it, yeah. And then I'm gonna make my way, take the attack opportunity.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Gotta find a dice I want to roll.
That's why I formed dread first, you know.
11.
Miss.
Okay.
So now I see all of these creatures.
You can definitely, you have a better view of
1, 2, 3.
Yes, yeah.
I have.
You can see 3, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Bane.
On all 3?
All 3 of them.
Okay.
So I need a charisma save from all of them.
Charisma saving throw.
Bang them all.
You guys.
What is the spell DC?
15, and it's charisma. I don't think these things are very charismatic.
No,
they better have a negative, because these things are ugly.
All 3 fail.
No!
So all 3 are baned. As you reach your arms out and the smoke in your coffin gets to billow even bigger, and it begins to kind of spread out and begins to scroll across the bodies of these things. You watch as kind of the purple kind of glint of the stone begins to take on a muted kind of darker color as the bane takes hold of all 3 of them. So, good job.
Bingo!
And that's it. That's my turn.
Ohiana, you are up.
I would like to cast Thunder Wave
Sure.
on the one that is closest to me.
Absolutely.
They need to make a con save of 13.
Form of dread.
And I believe a -4 or D4 taken away from that, right?
Just call it a -4.
That's like
1. That will give him a total of, you said Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
I will make it a total of 3. Not rolling great tonight at all, guys.
Oh, what a bummer.
So kind of bounce.
No one ever has sympathy for a DM, do you?
At second level, and so it's 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage? Jeez. And it does get pushed back, yes?
Yes.
How far does it go?
10.
10 feet.
10
To the window?
feet. So, Ohiana claps her hands together, spah, as it does. This wave of energy shoots across the floor, hitting this creature as it rolls and kind of flops to the ground and begins to kind of like twitch and slowly begins to kind of roll its body back up, trying to get itself up. It's taken quite a bit of beating. The 3 from you and the 15 from you has definitely put it on very
15?
close. Yeah, 15 points of damage? Yeah, 15 and 3. Yeah, definitely.
That 3 from you and the 15. Literally 5 times my damage.
And
all hit points count.
help.
All
Yeah,
hit
they
points
do.
count.
They do. Trust
All
me.
hit points
Reference
count.
almost died halfway through.
Ohiana, is that your turn?
One hit point. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Sweet. Ending Ohiana's turn. It is now their turn.
Oh, there's 17 things attacking Will in the other room.
As
I'm just gonna die.
you two can now see, being up on the balcony, you can see maybe about 8 feet up from the catwalk on this silo, you can see there's kind of this crack that runs across it, and you watch kind of squeezing through another 3 of them drop down.
Jeez Louise.
Good God.
Dang.
And it's at this point that both Zeph and Tabidi have this weird, like, feeling on the back of their neck as they're only 60 feet away that maybe they should turn around. And it just takes one turn for them.
It did take 3 turns for this to happen.
I mean, it's getting close. But they're going to go ahead and take their movement.
It's not close at all.
It's getting close
Dropping
for them
down.
to start talking to the tavern.
30 gets up there.
They just got to the tavern.
down. Actually, no, both of them are. That's going to jump down 5. 30.
feel like I'm in the safest
10,
spot
15,
here.
20. It's can't get any closer. It's going to be in there with them. Only one gets a hit on Okiana.
My D4. Oh no, that one's fine. That one's fresh.
Still rolls terribly. That's
Do we have
5.
rings? Do you have rings?
So that's not going to hit.
Do we have status rings?
We do.
That's going to end that.
Keep passing me the status rings. I'll just put them so I don't forget which ones to. Donka.
Or the bang.
I just need 3.
Which one's a bang?
Is there actually? Is it actually named ones?
No.
No,
It's
these are not
orange.
named.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
They're like poker chips.
That's literally what they are.
What?
Well, they're the parts of poker chips. They're the ones that they were going to throw away, and I kept them.
I'm assuming this
That
one
one,
that's
yep,
closest.
that one right
to
there.
Freaking epic.
All right. Cool.
All right, Glyph, you are up, followed by Oromir at the bottom of the initiative.
Right, okay,
With a rat.
two things. First things first, I'm just gonna look over the shoulder and just kind of like a Zippo lighter, get the rifle ready and boom at the guy that's 10 feet away from me.
Sure, go ahead and roll your attack.
So I'm gonna do, it's a 16 plus 8.
16
Nice.
definitely hits.
Great
Okay.
rolls.
And that's, damn it, 7 points of damage, and it is magical because it's my +1 musket. So, and then bonus action, Pothole is going to attack. Give me just a second, I gotta pull up his first time I've
Is it
ever attacked
musket?
with him. Yeah.
So do you have to do this every time?
No.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
magically loaded.
Oh yeah.
And then he's going to do a force-empowered rend.
What?
Means in the hand that does not have the shield, very similar to how Drew does with weapons. You see Gliss come up on this right arm, and he just, the friggin' mace. No, ball and chain. And he just, bang, right on the head of this thing.
Who? Glyph?
Yeah. No, Pothole.
Oh, cool. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
As a bonus action, I can command him to attack
That's so cool.
with his
Yep,
basically a
go and roll it.
spiritual
Yep,
weapon.
Go and
but
roll an
cooler.
attack.
And he rolled in 17.
17 also hits.
Good job.
That's a D8.
Pothole proving to be the most valuable member of this team.
Really carrying us
Time and
Uh, 6
time
emotionally.
points of
Honestly.
damage.
Jeez, yeah. You take a chunk up.
The
You
only
fire your
NPC
shot.
I
It
realized.
blows across the
He's
front of this thing, causing a gash in its chest, where it kind of like shrieks away in pain. Not before getting this loud thunk on the top of its head from the ball and chain of the powered up glove of power from
Nailed it.
I almost got there from Pothole. So. Ending Glyph's turn. Oromir, you are up, sir.
Well, I'm going to tear down my arm and do my
What?
Punter.
Crimson Right.
So if you say
Activate
tear
the-
down your arm like you're a Terminator,
That's what I heard.
I'm going to reveal all of
Okay,
skin
well-
flesh from arm.
It's exactly what I was hoping was not
More
going to happen. I take
streamlined.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Ouch.
He's our special boy.
So now my maul is glowing with electricity.
Yep.
And I'm going to take a swing.
Of course you are.
And a small tear comes out of the corner of his eye as he realizes it hurts.
For a level 1 blood hunter, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
15.
15 hits.
Yes!
Imagine taking a D4 of damage as a
You
level
don't
1
have any
character.
armor.
You accidentally
so they're easy to
suicide
hit.
yourself.
Kind of do.
True, I just got nervous.
At level 1,
No, I
as a
gotcha.
blood hunter, you're
That would be hilarious.
Oh my.
Not bad, not bad.
11 points
forgot I was
of
anemic.
bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And then 2 points of
Oh, you
lightning.
need all that blood.
Yeah, you bang, hit it. It smacks into the ground. You hear a snap as something breaks inside it. As it like shrieks in pain.
I'm fine though. I'm cool.
Yeah, that definitely took a beating.
Ooh, okay.
Is that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Cannot do anything else.
All right. Top of the round. Actually, before I do,
Yes.
do either of you
You hear Thunderwave,
Wanted-
which is like 300 feet away.
does Thunderwave make sound?
Thunderwave definitely makes sound.
It definitely does.
Does it specify how much sound?
Hold on, I have that too.
Let me see.
Also,
What?
Kevin, whenever I smack this thing with
It
my hand,
says a
did
wave of
blood.
thunderous force sweeps out from you. So,
In addition, unsick.
yeah, if unsecured objects that are completely within the area are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Right. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, thank
Because
God.
as you guys are making your way out, on the very edge of this, you hear this of a thunder wave emanating from inside the mill.
I don't think that's good.
I figured they'd wait for us as we just turn tail and run back.
Okay.
Yep.
So I will say, go ahead and roll a d4 for me, Drew.
He's a monk.
Yeah. I want him to roll a d4.
2.
Okay.
2. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
3.
3. You will get there in 2 rounds. You will get there in 3.
Oh boy.
Full sprinting.
Oh, okay. This was cutting off the number of rounds. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Even if I were to say that as soon as I heard that I cast Expeditious Retreat,
then you can get there faster. I would say now both of you will get there in 2 rounds because
Yes.
you will match his speed as you, I assume, are going to use your monkish ridiculousness to
I
just
love it.
zoom.
Gosh, monks are so much fun.
Yep.
You want to be a blur?
Hang style. You just go.
yeah,
Just roll.
So I start running like normal, but then he's just, and I'm like,
Yeah. You activate the runes that glow across your legs, and now you're starting to run even faster. Yep.
Did I see
Okay.
blood whenever I hit the creature?
Oh yeah. There's definitely blood that kind of sprays across, but it is definitely, you do kind of like strike across the back of it, and you hear the snap, and you can see some of the weird stone spikes that kind of snapped, and definitely looks like it hurt it. But you can see as you hit them, even like it's trying to flex, you can watch as they're trying to push out, and more blood is like seeping from the wounds as it's like whatever this is unnatural as heck.
Gross.
So, top of the round, Kenneth, you are up.
Sickening. All right. So the one that I have Hunter's Mark, which I believe is the same one that he has hexed. The one that Ohiana
That is
pushed
correct.
back. Yeah,
Hex
that's the
the
one.
hunter.
I'm gonna try to hit him with a shot.
Go ahead and fire.
Oh, that's a. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna do it. A 15 plus 8.
That's definitely gonna do it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that is 7.8. 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
It's piercing. It's nothing magical.
Yeah, it's dead. You fire your shot,
Sick.
and immediately, as it jumps towards Ohiana one more time, you catch it in the chest, and the arrow goes all the way up to the feathers into its body as it rolls to the side and starts to convulse again, and then just
Nice.
lays.
Bonus action, switching my Hunter's Mark to this guy.
Easy enough to do.
That's my turn.
Okay. End of your turn.
Oh, you killed the guy with Bane?
Huh?
Killed the guy with Bane?
Yeah, sorry.
Did you break
It
his
is
spirit
now-
or his body?
The rodents'
Yeah.
turns. They're going to go ahead and take their turn. So this one is going to move all the way up to the steps towards you. All the way up. Okay. The other one's going to... No, that one's not. It's not his turn yet. That one can go, and that one's going to attack. So the rodent is going to go for Okiana again. Going to roll to see... Does... There we go, 17.
That hits.
All right.
Well,
You take 4 points of piercing damage,
She's dead.
and as it bites into your, you reach up and hold your arm out, and it clamps onto your arm before you shake it away. And as it does, you notice that,
That's also
as
really
it bit into you, almost
That's cool.
almost like punching through glass, chunks of its teeth are left in your arm.
Ew.
And as you look down, you can see that the chunks that are in there are that strange blackish stone, and immediately you begin to feel this kind of numbing sensation running up your arm as it's stuck in your body. I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Oh no.
What? I'm gonna be real with you. That's kind of goofy.
sounds like
That's big time
possession to
goofy.
me.
Does
Big
a
goof
22?
gang.
22 doesn't surprise me. She's a bard. You're fine. However, as you kind of feel that numbingness, you kind of still steady yourself and kind of make sure you don't panic or freak out. However, the numbing is still in your arm. You get the sense that you're gonna have to try to remove that. You're actively remove that if you don't want it to keep hurting you or try to hurt you. Essentially. So basically, it will take your action to try to remove whatever this is.
Okay.
Okay. So that ends that one's turn. The next one is going to go ahead and attack you. First is going to roll a scene.
No, it's not.
It does.
So 2 minus D4?
That was not for that. This is the roll to attack you.
Okay.
Minus a d4.
Yes, sir.
It's a 16 hit.
Shield. Just kidding. I don't have that on this character. Hit me.
16?
Yes.
Okay. You take
I'm dead.
Ow! I was kidding.
4 points of piercing damage. Sorry, 5 points of piercing damage. And I
Five.
need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy, you're so
I-
charismatic though.
People just love me. Charisma save. It's a +7.
Plus 70. Oh, because he's a
Warlock. Yeah, 16 + 7.
Yeah, you're fine.
23.
It bites into your thigh, and as you kind of like rip your leg away, you can feel again almost like shards of glass like stuck into your leg, and that numbing sensation kind of like spreading across. But it doesn't do anything. But you definitely, again, you can feel the same effect of like I gotta like pull that out before it does anything worse.
Okay.
Okay. So that ends that one's turn, and the last one's gonna try to get its. It does. Good lord. And it's going to go ahead and attack the defender. Does a... Oh, minus D4. Does a 15 hit.
15 is his AC.
So it does hit. Good deal.
But one just a second. Dang it! No, I can't do it. I
Say
can't
it
do it
like
for
it's
him.
a debate. Like that does meet
Ooh.
my AC.
Because I'm like reading, like figuring all of his things out. So
7
that's
points
fair.
of piercing damage.
it's just a sneeze.
And I need Pothole to make a charisma saving throw.
No, not baby
He's so
pothole.
charismatic. He's so charismatic.
Wait, what sort of condition
+20
is
to
it
charisma.
or damage
Sure,
is
it's
it?
not even
not a
possible,
condition
but
or a
it
damage.
is.
What is it?
You'll have to find out.
Okay. Well, it's because there are certain things that he's immune to.
He would not be immune to this.
100%.
Okay. You say charisma saving throw?
Yes.
I'm so curious.
Natural 17
I think he's
plus yeah. No.
So it bites into the arm that's kind of held up with the runes.
Okay.
Bites into it, but he shakes it off and kind of like hits on the head, and it releases. But you can see there is definitely like chunks of that still set into
Gross.
his arm.
And how much damage was it?
7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Ending their turns. Lucius, you're up. Okiana is on
So
deck.
there's this thing in my leg, and I'm like, shit, ow, oh, it feels funny. Let me think. It's right in front of me, and I feel as if I don't take it out, it takes action take out probably, right?
It would take your full action to remove it, much like almost like a fire effect to like put it out. But again, it hasn't done anything yet, so you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it does, but he's gonna back me up against the wall. I'm gonna drop Bane and cast Spider Climb on myself and climb up the wall.
Okay. It's going to take attack of opportunity
Yeah.
on you.
Bane is gone.
Bane is gone, so keep the roll you got.
Oh, okay, sweet. 14.
14 hits.
Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Oh!
That's not nothing.
Concentration cheat.
He dropped.
I do need to make a concentration.
Oh, because you have spider climb.
Yeah.
You get above a 10.
4
Constitution.
7.
Constitution's awesome.
Do you
isn't it?
fall from the ceiling too?
Yeah, I think I do.
epic?
It's +0.
Ooh.
It's a 4.
So you begin to. I want to see you
to
fall
climb
off the
up.
ceiling. So you begin to start climbing up, and it
Yeah.
grabs onto your foot and pulls.
This
and
is
as
the
it
worst
does,
turn.
you lose the
This is I lost
concentration
Bane
spell as it drops.
and use
you
my
back to the
spell
ground.
slots. This is actually a shit turn.
Yeah.
Like everything
L's.
bad that could happen
L's
to you.
in
is
every
that corner.
Everything, yeah. Because okay, and I didn't take the thing out either, so I didn't need to make a thing on my turn. Because I didn't take the bite.
No, not at the beginning of your turn. No.
All right, I did nothing with my turn.
Okay. Okiana, you are up.
It's just bad.
The ROUS is still very close to me, right?
There is one left. You did shoot one back, but this is a new one that has landed and is now trying to attack you.
Right. You know, I know my arm is going numb, but I don't care. I want to kill this asshole.
Okay.
So I would like to cast Thunderwave again, so it needs to make a con save of 13.
Sorry. Before you continue.
Wow.
Before you continue,
You continue.
at the start of the target's turn, they make the save. So
DM, everything that just happened didn't happen.
no, it did. But at the beginning of your turns, the effect happens. So I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
All right.
Charisma.
Preston's trying to do some
21.
timey wine
You're fine.
shit over
Bro,
there.
I'm just losing.
Start of your turn.
Okay.
DM! No,
16.
16. Still good. Nothing's happened yet.
Cool. So
My
I
two
would-
charismatic people are the only ones that have the effect, and like, they're fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
You were going to cast Thunderwave again. Of course you are.
Hey,
Of course I am.
feel the thunder.
Constitution saving throw. That is a -2. That's a 4.
this comeuppance for playing the most powerful wizard in the world.
Cool. So it's 17.
Jeez! And yeah, so knock it 10 feet back and take away almost all of its damage.
Sickening.
It's doing
Here,
its thing.
just there.
Yeah, no, it shows up on mine. I saw it.
Liz is so used to rolling badly that when she rolls well, she's like, no,
guys,
look, I swear.
Look what happened. That's great. No, I did. I saw it up here. I saw it up here. Like,
awesome.
are you
Liz,
kidding
it's
me?
okay for you to succeed, okay?
Thank you, Drew.
It's not a
Dude, can we start saying it's not your fault, like Goodwill Hunting?
There you go. Oh, that'll get me quick. Okay, so yeah, 17 points of damage. Yeah, that'll hurt the mess out of it.
I'm a man, that's why I am crying.
Yeah, you
That's such a
fire
good
the
movie.
Thunderwave again. It booms throughout this room, and this creature stumbles back and trips over the body of the individual who's now actually blown back and like stumbles and like flops across the ground a couple times before righting itself and kind of setting its eyes on you one more time. But it is looking grievously injured at that point.
Nice, good job.
General, grievously injured.
Yes.
Dude, that was so.
4 swords, 4
That was-
arms.
You're
What?
joke.
It was a little forced, so I won't give you inspiration for it, but good try though.
It feels weird.
How old is TBD?
It's weird when other people do it. Okay.
He is a palpid preteen.
Oh my god.
Worst jokes.
Man, we're knee deep in Dooku now.
Okay.
I'm putting a Jar Jar on this. We're done. We're not doing this anymore.
Star Wars.
He's not joking.
Yeah, you get inspiration. Good. Okay, so it
It
is
is
now.
finished.
All right.
Liz is gone.
Yeah, she's out. She just left. Okay, so it is now ending Okian's turn. It is now the rest of the rodents' turns.
No,
So this one's gonna go and take its turn, but first
please.
it's gonna get that back.
No.
Attack.
Man, I'm thinking about more and more Star Wars puns.
15.
I can't do it
15? Oh man, that totally doesn't hit my 11 AC.
3 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh my gosh,
I need
Will's
you
gonna
to
die
make
right
a
before he goes back to
charisma saving
college.
charisma, see?
Send him off, you know?
Oh, sick.
Be thinking of a
Plus
character to
He's
roll.
1v1ing when he's like,
14.
Yes! You're fine.
Yeah, Will's playing Tekken and somehow losing
okay.
right now.
I guess a rat.
So that ends that one's
There's bears in
turn.
Tekken,
It is
huh?
now that one and that one's turn, but that one's going to move all the way up the stairs. This one? Yep, rushing up the
I
stairs.
have no
to you
spell
guys.
slots. I have no exploit.
But the problem is that
Kill me!
the other rats are impeding them, so they can't do anything. They just have to, like, from a distance, just like they're like trying
No,
to jump
what if they
over them.
stack-
I mean, you can kill me if
Megazord.
you want. I'm just.
They're not that smart.
They combine.
Their
Rat King!
intelligence is a -3, so they're not smart enough to do that.
Rat Kings. They just become one giant rat.
If they
Wow.
added 0 to their intelligence, I would say yes, 100% build Megazord. But
It'd make
not
our
yet.
life easier if they were just one big target.
Yeah, they would. But they have they can't do anything, so they have to wait their turn. So they're going to hold their actions if something comes close enough to that for them to bite. Glyph, you are up, sir, with Oromir on deck.
Right, probably gonna do the same thing. It's not broken yet, so I probably just won't
Rat Kings
fix
is such a
it.
good idea.
Actually,
You're just getting mauled to death.
Basically.
no, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna shoot first. 16.
16 hits.
Okay. I'll see if I kill that one before we move on to the next one. Cocked. There you go. 4 plus 10 points of magical
That
damage.
will do it.
There we go. Okay, cool.
As it grabs onto Pothole's arm and he kind of raises his arm to shake it off, you level the gun right at it and point blank, bang, and just like blow the head of it off, sending it flying across the
Nailed it.
ground.
Alrighty, cool.
Don't worry, bro. I got you.
Well, so there's
Whoa.
I'm holding the horde back.
As the rat
not
explodes across his face, you watch as Pothole drops his arm and
No, it's gross. We'll clean it up later. Do you want help, or do you want me to kill the other
What
one
do
that's
you
on
want me?
my...
What do you want me
It
to say?
takes its
In character,
shield arm and
or-
just kind
So, if you're within 5 feet of pothole, he can impose disadvantage on any attack against
Oh, are
you.
we table talking now? Is that part of the rules?
Shoot, yeah, dang.
Wow.
my bad. Good call. See, this is what happens when you're not in combat. Yeah, and Pothole's new to this. He's going to keep going forward and just bash the other one.
Okay.
The D4
With a 14.
Now, before I let him do that, I'm going to ask this. Do you have the ability to reload without using a bonus action? Or is that...
I made it a magical weapon,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know for sure. I haven't read too much into that.
Do you have quick draw?
You have the firearm as specialist thing.
Do you just
take
like
that.
want to not reload?
Ultimately, I would like to do that.
That's really what it
So
comes
the
down to.
musket
level
should
four
show
you
in the
get that?
description if it is a action to reload on the equipment itself.
No, just damage type, weight, properties, +1 bonus attack with this magic weapon.
Let me... give me just a second.
Doesn't have any specifics as far as whether or not it needs to reload.
Wait a minute.
Basically, literally had a hand.
Firearm, range, loading.
I would say if it was magical, you know, you don't reload a
I think I'd do
staff
those little,
before
like,
you
small-
cast a
small,
spell
like,
most of the time.
third person
You just
shotgun.
Hang
cast
on.
it.
Well, guns are different, unfortunately.
I'm just saying, if it's a magical gun, maybe not.
Sometimes I'm not on Michelle's side, but I'm all on Michelle's side.
I'm just
yeah.
thinking. But, like, please do research. Like, I don't want to be looking goofy.
That's how big.
Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can only fire one piece of ammunition from it when you use it as an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally take. That's the loading proficiency. And...
Reloading.
Right. So I would say... So I know that you have the gunsmith... Help me out here, shooting
Achilles?
person.
Yes.
Gunsmith feat gives you the ability to load,
I don't think it's a gunsmith.
or gun...
It was firearm special.
Firearm specials gives you the ability to do it, correct?
Yeah, reload as bonus action.
Okay, so loading. Because of the time to load this weapon, you can only fire one piece of ammunition from it when you use it as an action, bonus action, or reaction, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make. So until you have... So I would say, just for the sake of this world, it is a bonus action to reload weapons, period, across any
Okay.
any set of things until you get... Obviously, if you get firearm proficiency, then you'll have the ability once you get more attacks to be able to load in between attacks.
Yes.
But because you have one attack right now, I would say to reload until you get that proficiency. It is
A bonus action.
it's going to be a bonus action.
Okay.
I wasn't able to build a bazooka Aztec.
But you can direct Pothole
Never do
to.
one
I would say
shot.
Pothole can move up if he wants to.
Okay.
That I'll put him
Yeah,
in
that's
position like
fine.
that, and he doesn't have to. But he can attack this round because you spent your time to reload and fire again.
Yeah. Okay.
It's worth 3.
Well, that changes a lot. Okay.
But he does take the dodge action, so anything attacking him will now be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So, unless you want him to use his action to remove the shards, or just keep him in there for now.
I can't tell him to do anything else.
Okay. That will be the end of that. Oromir, you are up.
From the wound that is being created on this creature, you see the blood kind of start to condense and form runes alongside the body as I'm using Blood Cursed of the Marked
Ooh.
on it and amplifying it.
Okay.
So I take more damage.
Yep.
Okay, not as much. 2 points. So I get advantage on it, and I do extra right damage.
Okay.
If I hit.
So hit.
Okay, please. Oh, that
Okay, that's
definitely hits. Yeah, with a 23 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits. Yeah.
So much damage. So that's 11 plus 3. So 14.
14. Yeah. Dead. Immediately just crush it. Finishing it. You smash into the head as it does the electricity. You hit it, and for a moment nothing happens. And then the electricity boom, shoots up and as it like goes still after being snapped in half.
What is my movement? 35.
Yep.
Okay,
So you could barrel out of there easy enough.
5,
Little
10,
barrel.
15, 35.
Okay.
Sprint around the corner.
All right.
So-
You see these things coming up, and Delicious just fighting for his fucking life. He's just swinging.
Yeah, I'm bolting over there.
Ah,
Okay.
That ends my turn. I can't do anything.
I'm so scared.
Top of your turn, because it did hit you. It did bite you. Top of your turn, I need you to make another
frick.
charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Top of the board.
13.
13. You're fine.
Oh, sheesh.
All right. Zeph and TBD, I need you guys to roll initiative now that you guys are making your way towards the outside of the building.
I'm not terrible.
Use that.
Can I use
pretty
my
good, I think.
inspiration?
It's 18.
Sure.
Oh, cool.
You have it. You can use it.
What is inspiration?
It's not
You should roll a
advantage.
d20.
It's advantage.
It's not advantage
But you
when you
would
have
re-roll.
advantage.
Yeah, you
It's
could
like a
21.
D8
21?
or
No,
something.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I don't know if you want to re-roll that.
Drucifer.
I'm not going to do it then.
Zeph.
Okay, then yeah, don't
I'll
do
just
it.
go with my 11.
11.
Sorry.
Top of the round, TBD.
Oh, where's
You-
the entrance?
Where's the
Come flying towards the door, and you are now at the edge of the door, ready to rumble, my guy.
It is a 4.
I can move 40 feet, so
Of course
I'm
you
gonna go
can.
towards the closest one.
That one, maybe?
Well, he can't see that one, but he can see the commotion over here, so I can assume he can run that direction.
15, 40.
Yep,
Right.
runs up to Aramir.
Okay. And then am I able to
You can bonus action dash
see
there.
those guys still? Or is this like a wall
Yeah,
in the
you
way?
can. Yeah, you can see around the corner there.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. I see this one. And I would like to try out a new move that I learned.
Sure.
It's called Water Whip. So, creature that I can see within 30 feet must make a dex saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
He's 25 or so.
Yeah.
Does a 19 succeed?
What am I looking at again? Oh,
DC.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What water
so-
do you use, just out of curiosity? Or do you conjure the water?
If you don't conjure the water, I'm literally dripping blood right now.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that here in a second.
Can I use your blood?
So what happens if it
That's a little
succeeds?
grim.
Only takes half damage.
Okay. So
And
go
I
ahead.
can't knock it prone or anything.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Man.
Because like a canteen isn't a real thing.
Half 23.
Water.
12 points of damage.
Sure.
Jeez.
3d10.
Holy.
Wow. Whee!
So, you watch,
broken at third level.
you watch as TBD kind of rolls up, stops, and begins to kind of move his hands. And as he does, he reaches for his canteen and pops it open. And as he throws his hand out, you watch as water shoots out of the canteen and also from just kind of the air and ground around it. Even some of like the blood kind of pulls away, but leaves the red, and the water, the moisture itself clings to this whip as
Instantly
it
dries on your
as it forms into this long whip and whoosh, goes out and strikes this thing as it hits it, slamming across the stairs and back onto the ground as he retracts his hand in the water, goes back.
All of a sudden, everyone's skin's all ashy.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit drier.
All have asthma.
But yeah,
But
that
if
is,
if he's still alive, I don't knock him prone or anything.
no, it definitely gets up. It looks jacked up now, but it's definitely not
And
quite dead.
moisturize.
Kenneth, you are up.
Let's go! I'm gonna hit that one that I have hunters marked. Well, maybe 14. Does 14 hit him?
14 just hits.
Ooh, baby.
Let's see. What is that? Garbage. 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. The tag team of Ohiana's Thunder and Kenneth's Arrows are putting quick work to these rats as you fire another shot and shoot it right through the spine as it drops down dead.
All right, let's take that hunter's mark. We transfer to this one, baby.
Does it reach?
Within 90 feet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, easy enough. Okay, is that on your turn?
Is there any way, I don't know if you'll be this like lenient with it, but could I help Ohiana dislodge anything, like any of those shards?
It would take your action to remove them.
All right, I'll give her words of encouragement. You're doing great.
Okay.
It was a bonus action move, Hunter's Mark.
Ending
anyway,
your
sorry.
turn, it is now the rats' turns. The 2 rats are going to take their attacks.
From me.
Bring it, man. I'll kick your
They're going
ass.
to try to take their attacks.
I'll kick your butt.
Oh, that one's dead. I need to remove
I'm
that
a
one
warlock
from...
and I'm melee.
I'm gonna kick your hiney, you
All right.
rat.
All of my support stuff's gone. I did
you use
Bane.
all your spells already?
I have only 2. And I tried Spider Climb to get out of the
Does an 8
situation.
hit?
No.
Okay.
Does not. I'm so happy.
Does an 8 hit?
Oh, that's a natural 20 hit. Yeah.
I'm rolling absolute garbage tonight.
We're okay with
that. Is, I mean, I'm sure you guys are okay with it. Oh, don't give me that.
Also, I've also found my trap card to the thing you said earlier.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to hear that. Ending their turns because they can't do anything else. Lucius, you are up.
Lucius
Good,
is backed
sir.
in a corner, things lodged in his arm. He looks to his left, that way is blocked. He looks up the wall. He tries to weakly just go over a little bit. He's like,
Top of the round, I need you to make a Christmas saving throw, please.
oh no.
Oh.
17 plus 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck. Ah, screw it. And I just take a dagger out and I'm just gonna stab the freaking rat.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah. 8.
No.
Nailed it.
You stab and it bites onto the dagger and you're like fighting for a second and yank it back. Is that end your turn?
Yeah, man.
Liana, you are up.
Let me see. Okay.
Sad boy Preston.
It's
Charisma
cool.
save?
I'm useful.
Huh?
Listen.
Charisma save?
Yes, charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma save.
Okay.
I'll have to hit a creature.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, still nothing. None of my cool
Guys,
stuff.
what does
None
this
of my
stuff
cool
do?
stuff. None of my cool stuff happens.
Okay.
It's fine.
How close am I to any of the ROUSs?
Within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Rat is spelled R-A-T.
You can move up closer and get closer to 30 feet if you want.
Unusual strength.
Oh my god, that's even terrifying. More terrifying.
It's rise of unusual swag.
I got that drip.
He's so drippy. Got the bling on him.
Why are you so drippy?
I'll just cast Ray of Frost on whichever one is closest.
Is that 60-foot range?
It is a 60-foot range.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I guess we'll just go
Wait, I thought it was a death
That's
save.
a
Oh no,
19.
raise it.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
This rat is now
Okay.
drippy and has ice.
Ice in your
hate
veins, bro.
everything about that.
Points of damage.
What is that?
4 whole points of
4
damage.
whole points of damage. Yeah, definitely hurts it, but doesn't kill it yet. As you fire the ice and it goes across, crystallizing some of the stone that's shooting out of the back of this thing as it kind of recoils in frustration, but still has its sights set on the tiny 3-foot droid that's in front of it. Ending Okeana's turn. Zeph, it's your turn, buddy.
You can do this.
How tall are those machines there?
About 8 or 9 feet tall.
Sick. Okay.
Where's your mini?
Right
It's in
here.
the ether.
So I've got 60 feet
not
of
here.
movement right now.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Expeditious retreat, man.
So I'm going to count that as 5.
It's 12 squares.
10, 15, 20, 25. I would like to be here.
Acrobatics or athletics check to get
Okay.
up there.
I'm attempting to get on top of the machine. How do we feel about 16?
16's fine.
Okay, perfect. Rest of that movement. What did we say? 25? 30. And then from that far up, that gives me 20 foot of glide over them. And then I can finish off here next to this guy and do a thunderclap right at his back.
Okay.
You're gonna push him into me.
No, it doesn't have it. Doesn't move.
No, it's not
Doesn't-
Thunder Wave. It's just Thunder
Oh,
Clap.
okay.
It doesn't move.
I wish.
Wait, isn't it a 15-foot range?
5.
Oh,
Thunder Wave's the 15.
Oh,
it's the
thank
bigger one.
goodness.
Thunderclap's the small one.
man, I was like, you're gonna thunderclap me, bro.
25.
25 to hit?
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to hurt him much. but
Sure. Yeah, definitely
Thunderclap's
hits.
not even to hit.
5 points.
5 points of damage. Yeah, definitely puts it. Yeah.
That's whatever.
Wait. Ooh, yeah, it's hurt bad.
Nice.
Not dead yet, but yeah, you definitely clap in front of it and cause it like it's one of the ears to begin to like pop and begin to bleed profusely.
Ugh.
Yeah, that hurts it. That end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. End of your turn. It is now its turn as it spins around and angrily jumps towards you. 16 to hit.
Yeah. Hi, man.
You take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Of course, the other warlock makes a charisma saving throw. This is a huge surprise to me.
The one time you don't make it whiz, man.
Hey, it wasn't great.
What'd you roll?
13.
13. Yeah, still succeed.
Yay!
You're a warlock,
I mean,
it's like
boo.
really hard to fail.
It's really hard to
fail
fail anything, apparently. I got changed by DCs, apparently, for some reason.
No, you don't.
All right.
It's just unlucky.
End of your turn. Glyph, you are up with...
That might have been my dad.
Oh.
You made it work.
Oh, don't let him in.
Scooty Mooney.
Well, to be fair, you have like 3 charisma casters.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
That's
so
all
the
it
thing I
is.
was talking about is repeating shot.
Okay.
So when you infuse an item, you can decide how. So repeating shot grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it when it's used to make a ranged attack, and it ignores the loading property if it has it.
So as an artificer, you infused your musket with repeating shot.
Essentially making an eldritch cannon
Yes,
of it.
you did.
Without,
Yes.
calling it that.
That is exactly, and
Yes.
that's permissible.
See,
That
that's
is
what I was saying. I was like,
100%.
wait, no, I did that because otherwise I would have. Yeah, so I
Which
had to
explains
figure
why
out
you have
that.
a magical gun, too, because you used your infusion. That's 100% legal, and I
Okay, cool.
applaud you for that, sir.
Right on. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Cool.
So I will say, you can go ahead right now and have Pothole take his hit as a
Okay,
bonus
cool.
action.
15 for him.
15 hits.
That's 7 points of damage for him.
7, yeah.
And then I rolled a 14.
14 just hits.
Okay, cool. And that is 14 points of magic
done.
damage.
Yeah, you didn't need that much, but yeah, definitely the combined ray of frost, beating of Pothole, and your shot just immediately eviscerate this thing. It is dead.
Okay, cool.
I need Pothole to make a charisma saving throw, please.
No.
Oh boy.
He's charismatic.
He fails it. That's a 4.
4 total?
Plus like 3.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
Sick.
Sorry, my effects haven't taken place, and I'm really actually happy to see that something happens.
Yeah, go ahead. The most innocent of us all. Yeah, use your effect on
I'm
him.
gonna have
That's
to kill
fine.
Paul, man.
He falls down, and the glass shatters.
I'm the most innocent.
No, if he dies, like the thing inside doesn't die. You just have to like repair it.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, get back up.
You watch as Pothole actually.
Hey, don't.
Yeah, so you watch as Pothole hits it and like turns around like boom, and then you watch as like the inner glow of the inside of it flickers and shuts down for a second
That's not good.
What?
What happened? Was he paralyzed?
Is he incapacitated?
before starting back up, and the
Okay,
runes
cool.
flash again. But it seems like he kind of stumbles back and like.
I don't know. Fix
That
it.
was cool.
We'll fix it.
Okay. Ending Glyph's turn. You're up. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Bro, don't fail.
It's the only other one that I would hope that it.
Oh, 4.
Yes. Now explain
Now-
it.
No, we actually know what's gonna happen.
As you grip your maul, getting ready for another attack, you feel the numbing in your leg again. Let me go ahead and check this specifics one more time.
No, you're not. TBD's kind of badass.
As you grip your hammer, the electricity coursing across it, you feel the electricity dim.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, I was going to
He said no magic.
run up this way.
He said
Yep.
no magic, bro.
Wait, did you
No, I said
my
you
magic?
felt dim.
Nah.
Oh, I think you're just dumb.
I'm just going to run up and try to smack this guy.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
will
hard
push
because
him.
he's up like the stairs, so you don't have to swing up to try to hit him. But you could definitely try to. It'll bump his AC just a little bit. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah. Well,
Beat his butt.
as I'm running up there, I'm also doing my blood curse again.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
So advantage. I don't get to do the amplify. But I get to just do the normal one. That'd be 16 to hit.
16. I need you to roll a d4, please.
1.
So 15. As you swing, you feel the energy across your hammer. All of a sudden, go. Before returning and wham, hitting the creature
Crystal thingy.
as it hits and does impact. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, sick. That would be
Combo.
7 points of bludgeoning and then 1 point of lightning.
Yep. It had like 2, so it's dead. But you slam it against once
It's all
again,
over the stairs, it's all slippery.
It hit the wall, got hit with a thunderclap, and got hit again with an electric hammer, and it is
It did not know what hit him.
Oh yeah,
It's
it clearly
disoriented.
didn't hit either time. It didn't know what hit it.
Yeah.
Trying to hold my hand.
As that ends, Oromir's turn. Top of the round. TBD. There's one rat left.
Yup.
Monk stuff.
So
He is now here.
Thank you for explaining that so eloquently. Well,
I can't do any of my cool stuff anymore. I can only do at this level only one of them.
Dude, cool
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, you know.
oh, so
17
sorry.
Flips.
All you can do is punch people really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, about
depressing.
17 times
So
per turn.
I'll just unarmed
From 30
strike the
feet
guy.
away.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
15.
15 hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
They don't have armor, guys. So you guys all gonna be like, oh, you're level
that's
3.
right.
15 is great.
They're crystalline in structure. That might have aided their defense.
7
7.
points of damage.
TBD, how do you want to do this?
Come on, let's go.
Oh, man. So I run up to the guy and I give him a couple, like the really quick Ip Man punches.
Yes! You run up as you see Lucius is holding the knife and like screaming like help, help! As it's like grabbing onto the knife. You run up, kick it in the leg as it pops out and it like turns around and sees you, and as it's rolled onto its side, you immediately get down. I actually just watched Hitman 4 recently, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Just start beating the crap out of it, and it gets to slow-mo. It's like boom, 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 wham! Last punch, and it is dead.
As soon as that last punch is done, I was like, wait, were we trying to interrogate anything?
I don't think you can interrogate rats.
Yeah,
For
that's
fun, I'll switch my hunter's mark over to Ohiana so I know where she is.
That's not creepy at all.
Guys, never date a ranger.
Oh, jeez.
Put that on your Tinder.
I will mark you.
I'll hunter's mark you, baby. I'm sorry, what?
Fishing in Hunter's Mark.
Oh no.
As the party begins to relax and take a breath, you all realize you are alive, and whatever these weird rodents were are now dead.
Nice.
Your mission, for the most part, is complete.
Can I take the rock out of my leg?
Sure, you can begin to remove the shards, and as you do, you can feel that strange kind of numbness of your whole body as you pull the last one out. You're fine.
I'm pocketing those.
Okay.
Calvin, I would also like to remove the shards.
Yeah, easy
from my-
enough with your guys' turns. Now that you're out of initiative, all of you can begin to remove the components.
I'm keeping it in.
You're keeping it
I'll
in?
take him. I'll take him.
Just want to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Okay. Make another Christmas saving throw for me.
Oh, this is gonna take forever. 18.
18. Yeah, still fine.
Guys, it doesn't do anything.
Do you remove it from...
Yeah,
Natural
yeah.
20.
So he's got the ability to repair himself of the 3 times a day. So I'll help him with that.
Okay, so
See
yeah,
where
you
the
can,
cliffs
yeah,
got
remove
interrupted,
the-
just
yeah.
re-etching.
Remove the shards, good to go.
I'm removing the shards now because I rolled a natural 20. It just naturally falls out. So,
Yeah, apparently.
It's like a splinter that you don't take out. Eventually, it will just go away.
Yeah, it just comes back.
or
and
become
good to
part
go.
of you.
Is that what happened to Wolverine?
No.
Can I go over and try to figure out how to turn the machines back on? Because you want
Make
it's a pride
Make
thing.
an Arcana check for me.
16.
16. You get the sense that these machines are not depowered in any way. They're just not operating because there's nobody here. It seems like the majority of this place is run by pretty much the... So as you are looking around, you can actually see the tall, like the building as it goes up. On the top of the building, there seems to be this small kind of contraption where these 2 large gears are set, and this larger kind of disc is set at the base of the roof, essentially, like the inside of it. And this large kind of metal rod is slowly, ever so slowly, like creaking. And you can see these large leather loops that kind of hang down from the roof and kind of go into these machines. So you get the sense that whoever runs this must somehow turn the blades, start the blades rotating, and that wind power is what starts.
But it looks
everything else up.
mechanically fine.
Mechanically, everything seems sound.
So I'd like to talk to Kenneth. Hey, so it seems like the only issue was a literal lack of manpower produced by an excess of rat power. Do you think we'd be able to suss out kind of where they came from?
I mean, yeah, we could take a look around. I mean, I want to be opposed.
Because, I guess that's my question is...
Some of you
trying
saw
to...
Is there a rat hole someplace?
Some of you
Yeah.
saw a crack in the wall where they were coming from.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to find is the source of where these gross, magically, powered rats came from.
There is a crack that you point out the crack in the wall.
Yeah.
So in the silo, you can see there's a large kind of like fissure, maybe about 3 feet kind of long and maybe about 18 inches wide, where a couple of the rats, he explains, did kind of crawl out of before landing on the ground.
All right, but is there a way that we could get also peer into that fissure?
Yeah, you could
see,
do that,
like,
or
if
at the base of the silo, there does seem to be a couple of like smaller kind of like port, almost like on a boat, kind of like windows that'll open up into a port.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
You could definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna take a peek in there.
Okay.
As a note, I have a quick question.
Huh?
Your patron, Lucius, is he an aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead?
Yeah, he's undead.
Oh, so whenever I cast
Thank you
primeval
for
awareness,
that.
I would have had a ping, right?
Thank you for that.
Right next to you.
How'd it happen?
Unless
Yes.
it's some like divination magic.
I mean, I'll pocket that info for later, for sure.
Yes, but you definitely, the coffin that Lucius carries on his back, there is an undead presence.
All right, cool. All right, I was just thinking about
Thank you for.
You're welcome. Yeah,
I was thinking more of like these creatures and trying to figure out like what are
Of
they?
course,
They're
yeah.
beasts. They're not anything.
I didn't think about it till later. I was like,
undead.
oh, I wonder what his patron is. Interesting. Okay,
really?
cool. I'll pocket that information for later. I won't do anything with it, but
Absolutely.
we will just continue searching for the rat hole.
Okay. So you can see
Band name called
there's
it.
the portholes at the bottom, and there's a large
Search for
the
the rat
small
hole.
fissure up near the top of the catwalk. You're welcome to check either of those out.
Sure.
But you head down. Which one do you want to look into?
Porthole.
Okay, so you go down to the base, and there's a porthole, maybe about 1.5 feet wide, and you can kind of turn it, and it unlocks, and you open it up. You can see it's not windowed in any means. It's open, but it appears to be like, obviously, to kind of plug if there's any grain in there. And there does seem to be kind of like some grain sloping up, maybe about 15 feet or so off to the far side of the silo. It's a pretty large silo, maybe about 30 feet across. But there's not a lot of grain in there by any means. Over where you are, it doesn't seem to be piled up as much. But as you open the port, you see it, but everyone else can kind of hear it as now the sound of it is beginning to echo louder. The sound of this strange kind of crackling, just as you look through the porthole and see suspended in the air is a stone. A shard of stone, maybe about 3 feet tall, this jagged stone, black with kind of this purple kind of glow to it, twisting and distorted. It hangs in the air and just kind of slowly kind of twists.
Can I
And
level an
you're-
arrow at it and see if I can hit it?
Sure.
Might as well. I mean, I will back up from the porthole. I'm not like sticking my little face in like, all right, let's go.
Well, I mean, you do have to stay near it in order to shoot up.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
13.
13, yeah.
All right.
Fire an arrow, it hits off the stone, kind of bouncing as it would off of any stone material, and hits the ground.
For the record, that was 13 points of damage.
Sure.
All right, well, I'll obviously relay this information. I believe it's magical in nature. That much is obvious.
We should close off the.
Do we want brownie points with House Oliver? Because we report to them like right away.
I'm already.
brownie.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm afraid if we just like leave it here just as it is, more of the same's going to happen, and we will have really accomplished nothing. But I don't know if we're out of our depth.
I mean,
or
The
not.
faster we let them know, the faster they'll take care of it for us.
We would specifically test with restoring production, and this inhibits production, so I think it's on us, contingent upon us, to be the ones that destroy this, as it were.
I think you're assuming a lot, but
How high
sure.
is it off the ground?
Maybe about 15 feet off the ground.
I'm pretty sure you could jump that high.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna rifle blast it.
Okay, go and roll an attack.
Can I find like a chair
20,
or something?
unnatural 20.
20 hits.
15.
15, just a regular shot.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah.
Yeah. So you fire your shot, echoes off the side and hits, and you watch as the shell ding ding hits the ground.
Is there?
Can I go up there and sorry?
It's
You do your
I
thing.
was gonna say I was gonna try to find like boxes or something to stack up so I could climb up and then just do like a.
Oh my gosh, he literally looks like one of the sticky bandits from Home
So
Alone
while they're all
2.
doing this, can I just like take off my coffin and open it towards the direction? It's like, and like, hey, what is this? Do you have any clue what this is?
As you open the coffin, you hear the voice go, "Is that?" And as it says it, you hear him go quiet. Them go quiet. As you hear this, as the sound of something pops into existence, and all of you turn around and can see landing on the ground 3 yellow cloaked individuals all kind of throw their hoods back, and you see one with this kind of long blonde hair and these high ears. This elven individual looks up at you and goes, "Thank you. We'll deal with this now." As 3 trappers show up.
I quickly just like
Hopefully
close
that makes
the
our life
coffin.
easier.
Water whip. And that is where we will pick up next
Shoot
time.
the trapper in the face!
To
Let's
figure
take it.
out-
Transfer hunter's mark.
No.
They can teleport instantly. They're way out of our depth.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I know
What's
I'm
up?
playing.
What?
I sent you a text.
Okay,
of
I'll take a
what
look at
my dude is doing.
Sure. But yeah, we will find out what the trappers are going to do with you guys and whatever the heck that is.
Oh, they're gonna thank us.
They already did.
We'll see. Next
House
time.
Tolliver, baby.
Yeah, brownie points, baby.
Flash that badge, big dog.
Guys,
Definitely-
we're gonna get sent to like the best staff party ever.
Okay, and Calvin, say the next time on blank, blank, blank.
No, I'm not. No, that's not how I do this. I usually say thank you guys for playing, and thank you all for listening. We'll see you guys next time on the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Why are you honking? Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we did making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use. And while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out. We've got socials too. You can follow us on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus, send us a subtweet at WildMagicSchoolBusPod, or follow our Instagram at WildMagicPod. Either way, stop by and say hi. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time. So who's going first?
TBD.
Yep. Okay. Not even giving us your real name, just throwing
I
out
think
your...
we unofficially have named you Tabidi, in case you're wondering.
Uh-oh.
That's just what Drew and I refer to you
It's
as.
like a Star Wars name.
It does sound like
I figure they've heard the other ones and they know who we are.
Yeah, it's just nice to have just like a running, just like structure of.
Now, what if
of
they're
how we-
just jumping in on
Yeah,
this
if they're jumping in
episode?
for the first time.
Please go back. But my name is Matt and I play TBD. Or
the
TBD.
funny
We'll see.
Asian joke at the very beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, go listen for the funny.
Comedy Gold, really.
Yeah, Comedy Gold.
My name is Michelle Piper. I am playing Kenneth Quinn, the human ranger who's rootin' and tootin'.
Hey up!
Hey, oh
no.
man,
No.
that would have been so cool.
You and then me.
Hey guys,
Okay.
it's
Oh,
Preston, and
Preston.
I'm playing Lucius Kane, the Azamar Warlock.
okay,
as-
my name.
Dude,
This is Drew. I play Zeph. Zeph, the metallic draconian. Thanks. Warlock. Thanks.
this is Will. I play the other lizard. Our lizard brains have been connected since the start of this campaign, and sometimes we finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
That just leaves Computer Liz.
What about other Will? What about 1L?
Nobody's jumping in. I'm just trying to pick people now.
It's the 2 quiet people that are left.
Hi, Evan.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You guys message Stu.
This is going so well.
Okay, ready? Liz, go.
I'm Liz. I play Ohiana, the Tiefling Bard.
Yeah.
And she is responsibly quarantining.
Yeah. I'm
We do it
Will.
again.
Oh my goodness.
You just got to take initiative, Will. You just got to make
I'm
it happen.
Will, and I'm playing
Will.
the Leonin Bloodhunter Aramer.
I remember.
You gonna introduce yourself, Will?
Come on, Will.
I'm kidding.
He did. He
Start
literally
the
said
podcast.
He just did
yeah.
something and then you try to gaslight him out of doing the thing he just did.
We had like
Man.
4 episodes where this went
So
really well,
tasty.
and now we're a week off, and we just fall into absolute chaos.
I think it was just because it was random order.
Yeah, it could be. I was hoping somebody from the end would go, but they decided to go simultaneously
It was
as a
us.
bit of
We
a,
both did go.
Yeah.
We
simultaneously.
So good.
What do you want from us?
to start it off is what I was hoping for.
Okay, let's do the whole thing again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing the whole thing again.
Run it back.
This is how it's gonna go.
Edit this in post, Calvin.
Oh.
Okay.
What the?
Why are you clapping?
There's no video to sync up with the audio.
When Matt lived in Rockford and we did the church news videos,
Yeah.
anytime we would do a take, you end the take with, so that way he heard it and he could separate the audio if he needed.
From the video. There's no video.
I thought we were live streaming.
I can't wait until
What?
this episode is live and there's just like the mic is blown out twice.
Yeah. So
Leave it
sorry.
in, it would
It's
be
really
amazing.
close to my face, so that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, because you literally put your hands right
Just
in
keep
front of it.
moving it closer to me.
Rather you didn't. Okay, well I've got
I thought that was Liz going.
freak. Oh my
That was the bus door opening.
Let's go.
All aboard!
Choo choo.
Join us on the Wild Magic School Bus.
Y'all take a look now in the rear view as Calvin gives us the recap.
I can't get off.
I literally am just gonna start this again. This is terrible. This is 4.5 minutes. I can't make this the
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
too much.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
too
I
much.
cannot make
No,
this the
let's redo it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first.